People, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's all we want to do.
Woo! Oh, heck yeah.
What's going on, Patriots?
On the screen.
You know, what are you, a new line?
That's right. There you go.
Glad to have you.
It's so good to see you. Thank you for the call.
Yes,
you know,
so happy.
thank you for keeping me posted.
Yes.
I go out into the world and I try to just
And
suck
you?
in data.
You didn't even let us know, man.
No,
I'm
sir.
going to tell you what.
I keep a secret when
I
the
can
secret
trust
is,
you.
when
I
the
can
secret is
trust
supposed
you.
to be
That's
kept.
I can trust you.
That was good.
Thank you.
I won't even hear right.
That's right. And I tell you what,
Yeah.
there's not many people you can trust.
No.
That's right.
Okay? That's awesome, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm glad I met some Patriots I can trust in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I am too.
Sure.
I was starting to
This
get
is
worried
Yeah.
that
This
there
is
weren't
mine.
any out there.
Yeah.
I was starting to worry there weren't any Patriots out there anymore. So,
Yeah,
so hey, how are you?
doing?
So I'm so glad in the last couple of years to hear that the citizens have come together and the citizens have been talking, right?
Uh-huh.
And we know now from what federal judge Terry Doughty said that a lot of that's been suppressed, especially online.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
But we've come together and we've had conversations, and like we just said, who's talking about it now?
Pretty much everybody.
Everybody,
Yeah.
right?
Everybody.
Judges, senators, and congressmen, House Oversight, House Judiciary, weaponization of government committees.
Come on.
They're all
how can
supporting what we've said
all
for
you got to
years.
use is your common sense
Thank
and
God.
you'll see it. Hallelujah.
That's what I said. I said,
That's
thank
right.
God. And now we're down here to
God
talk about the
doing his
border.
thing.
He the one.
He's
Do you
the one.
remember 2 years ago or 2 Julys ago when we came through and we slow rolled the border?
Oh, yes, sir.
You remember that?
I
And what were we
do.
trying to bring awareness
He was
to?
here.
To the border.
Right?
We're here.
And here we are 2 years
Here we
later,
are.
and
Here
we've
we
got
are.
presidents, senators, congressmen,
Congressmen.
judges, and military talking about it.
His timing.
Fake news talking about it.
What are we, 2 years ahead of everything in the country? Or are we just 2 years ahead?
Yeah.
I thought I was 5 years ahead. I'm slowing down. You know?
Good God. Man, oh man.
What's it been like here so far? What's been going on?
Actually,
Real godly and
it's
real
been
calm
really,
and-
really spiritual.
Really
Sure.
spiritual. It really has.
Yeah, God's here. And hopefully he's going to push all that
I've
evil
not seen nobody.
out of here.
Back across that border.
No.
Well, just wait.
Even, that's right.
It ain't Mexico. They're
That's
not
right.
even letting
Look
them
at-
in, I guess. I don't.
Look at Customs and Border Patrol's
they're-
numbers on like citizens, military-age males coming from China,
For sure.
coming from Pakistan. You know what I mean?
Say what you want about
What
the border.
in the world?
but
Look
the
at that Border
Patrol
Patrol's
was
numbers.
so happy we was coming. I got so many thumbs up.
I got
You're
thumbs up
not
and waves
wrong.
the whole way.
From the
State
Border
police.
Patrol.
From
State
even
police, they're so
them.
happy.
Yeah, they've been great.
How in the
They've
world,
been great.
They're-
with what we got coming here, the support, how can they say mainstream media? How can they say they're not for us? They don't want secure borders.
They
How
do.
can they
They
say
can't,
that?
but they can't do
You know
it.
what I mean?
Well, we've got to
The
think
re-
about it.
the
Think about the
regime in
border
charge.
problem. Say you were in
Yeah.
charge of the whole United States. Let's say before.
Oh,
say
Lord,
you
you
were
don't want
Kissinger.
that.
Let's say you were Kissinger before he died.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Kissinger was a private in the army.
For
Okay.
sure,
He
for
was
sure.
oppressed by Nazi Germany. Couldn't
Yeah.
go to school. Came to America. Was a private, then a sergeant,
Yeah.
and then ran the whole deep state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In addition
Pretty
to being
much.
Secretary of State, was
Yeah.
like Director of National Intelligence, and number of roles.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And he
Yep,
worked until he was
yeah.
100. But let's say you're in
Yeah,
charge,
yeah,
whatever, of
okay.
America.
Let's see.
Why would America want an open border?
Um,
In the current geopolitical, socio-political reality, why would it be good? Because it's got to be good for somebody, or they wouldn't have left it open.
for sure.
There has to be, and we've got to use our minds to jump on the other side of an issue
Yeah, and
to try to
figure out
understand
why.
how other people think about things.
Somebody
So
made
we
a
can
point
convince
yesterday.
them that we're right.
I see the real situation, but the other one is they need votes to
Votes?
stay in power,
Sure, yeah.
so there'll never be another election. Okay, there won't. If they'd have had the power, we wouldn't. We'd be in some concentration camp, if not burned up by nuclear stuff.
Electronically,
Yeah.
we kind of are in a concentration
Yeah,
camp.
Yeah,
Electronically.
yeah,
Yeah.
electronic.
You know, because anything we do is monitored and it can be changed. But
For sure.
think about it. You're right with the votes, but what
Yeah.
about jobs, right?
Ah.
I think there are some jobs that have sort of sat open and haven't been filled,
Filled
and
for what
maybe they're
reason?
like, maybe we bring all these people over, they'll have jobs. Maybe we bring
Yeah,
all these
yeah.
people over, they'll have babies, and they'll grow
Babies.
up and have the jobs and pay the taxes
Yeah.
and join the military. But the problem is, they're all coming over, and a country relies on its poorer class to like serve in the military and to do the shit
Yep.
jobs. But these illegal immigrants aren't serving in the military.
No, sir.
Yeah.
And now Americans aren't joining the military. The Marine Corps was the only branch that met its recruiting goal.
That's
And
right.
some
That's
failed by
right.
over 25%.
For sure.
doing?
Hey, what's up, bro?
So why aren't people joining the military, right? That's the question. Why don't people want to defend this? And I think it's because they think there's something wrong. And I
Well,
think the immigration thing has something
yeah.
to do with it. You know, read Jeremiah. You want to know what happens when
For
you don't lock your
sure.
border down.
For sure.
Read Jeremiah. Eat
Yeah.
your babies. Boil
Yeah.
your babies.
Woo!
You know.
You lock your house at night.
Come on, you can bring it now.
That's in
Come
Jeremiah.
on,
Oh,
do it.
I got into that book, and you really did. And Spider, you guys
Spider, my man.
you guys pushed me
Where
towards
is he
the
at?
book more, and I really appreciate
Where is he
that.
at? I know where he's got another mission,
Cool.
and it's spiritual. It's in the
Good.
background, so
Good.
he's good. I love
That's
him to
real.
death.
Yeah, give him my best if you talk to him.
You're talking to him now, probably.
Spider-Man, I
Yeah.
saw you on someone else's live stream in DC with a flag when they all went down and like Marjorie Taylor Greene came out and
Yeah,
made the
yeah.
comment, but it was all Antifa people charging, and Spider stood out with the flag and his white beard, and he just
Woo!
held the line with that.
You know he's so spiritual.
That gentleman really motivated me,
What's
yeah.
her name? What's her name? AP.
Yeah.
She was scared of him.
Well, she's probably scared of everything,
Yeah,
which is
for
why she
sure.
acts the way she does.
Yeah.
You know,
Hallelujah.
no inner peace.
Oh man, I love that. I
Yeah,
love
yeah, no.
my man Spider.
I have
You know he
Psalms
got
open
married,
to
right?
wisdom. You know,
You know he got married
security
too,
and wisdom. No, he got married.
Yeah,
Y'all got
yeah.
married?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Good.
He got married to a really good girl. We call her Angel Lisa.
Okay, good.
Man, she's oh Lord, she's a wonderful
Very
woman.
good.
Yeah, I told him. I said, I lost a partner. He said to me, no, we just gained one,
Gained
Joe.
a new one. Yeah, that's what he would say. That's what he would say.
Woo!
That's
I said,
awesome.
Yeah, it is. He's. I wish he was here though.
What's it
He
been
is.
like here in
He
Texas
is
so
here.
far? Have y'all had a good welcome, or
Yes.
has it
Oh,
been
God.
rough on the road, or what was it
that
like?
town that
Oh.
Hondo?
Hondo is one of my
Hondo,
favorite John Wayne
Hondo,
movies.
yeah.
If you've never seen
I
Hondo,
never
you
seen
go
it.
watch
I've
it.
seen
It reminded me of
There's a
the
good
first
dog in that
day
movie.
pulled in Hagerstown. There was, I
Mhm.
mean, the whole town, both sides.
In Hondo they came out?
Oh God, about every town.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And
I
one
love
time
it.
Is
we
that
thought we was,
southwest of San Antonio? Just a little bit southwest of San Antonio?
Yeah,
Southwest of
yeah,
Waco?
Yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe how many people. It
I
kind of
know
reminded you
it.
of fucking Hagerstown back in the day. And it's
Yeah.
like, come on, you need to be down here
I
tomorrow.
know.
You're too
And
close not to be here.
When we
today.
went around
Yeah.
for the national team,
Yep.
nobody, man, it was like crickets.
Mhm.
And one
I'm
one
saying,
time
where'd
we
these
thought we was
people
lost.
go?
There were a
When we-
couple towns in California
when we-
that surprised me. And when we
Yeah,
were here
yeah.
in Texas, we went to Big Springs, Texas.
Oh my!
Remember Big Springs?
Yeah.
Yes.
The mayor of Big Springs. I drank beers with
Yes.
the
I
mayor
love
of
that
Big
guy.
Springs, Shannon.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a
Shannon.
good guy. And then he came out in his Corvette and led the convoy.
Ooh, I love
Bandits
that.
here.
Oh,
I
last time I
love
talked
you.
to
I
him.
love you.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta get in
Do you
here and
think?
change this thing.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a wool
70
shirt on when I came.
74 today.
All right.
So awesome.
Dude, this is a big deal, right?
Ready to go see everybody? Or?
I think so. I got to tell you a story here in a little bit about how I messed my hand up. I got some 911 calls to play for you. I was behind a semi-truck. And I was steering tire.
Oh God.
And I think he hit the brakes because the whole truck went straight over to the left.
Yeah. That's,
And the trailer flipped up and around
no
like
way.
a corkscrew, went over my vehicle, smashed into the median on 81 North. Or Berkeley,
Okay.
West Virginia, whatever. Berkeley Springs. Rolls over, goes in front of me. Truck's on the side, driver's side door down. Truck catches on fire.
oh shoot.
Driver's in there.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
I tell him to climb out, and he says I can't. So another boy in cowboy boots comes up, starts trying to kick the windshield, it won't break.
Yeah.
And so I go and get those Leatherman medic scissors I've got, the
Yeah.
Raptors.
Right.
They have the little window buster. And I hit that windshield and nothing, it spider webbed, it didn't break.
Yeah, it didn't break.
And I must have
There-
hit that thing 10 or 15 times. And I eventually, while he's kicking it, boy in cowboy boots is kicking it,
You're beating on
I'm
it.
hitting it, I went full rampage.
Rampage. Just you get this guy out.
We
Yeah.
got it out, we grab him, we pull him out of the windshield. His name was Eric Apau, A-P-A-U. He was driving a red fucking Freightliner.
Red
No
Freightliner.
wonder. At least it wasn't a Volvo, it would have blown up. But we pull him out, and within 10 seconds, all the diesel goes up.
Oh,
all
God.
the fucking
10
diesel.
seconds.
You know what I mean?
That shit you see in movies, it's like, that's, that stays, but,
And so we're all bleeding, hugging each other. We immediately pray.
Yeah.
I bring everybody together. I say, calling 911. Another lady's directing traffic. This guy's helping me kick the window. I'm hitting it. Then I'm doing medical on the driver. And I said, I don't care what you believe in. Thank you, God. Thank you for bringing us
yes,
together.
Yes, it
And
worked.
so I just I just had surgery and got the last of the glass out, But
Yeah,
I was going to say, if you don't have a window breaking tool, I have an extra one, and I'm going to give it to you. You've got to have it. I mean,
don't have that. I got 2 fire extinguishers because I don't have an extra
thank
door.
God. Another trucker got out with the fire extinguisher
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
it was on fire,
Try.
while we're busting the window to cover us.
Try, yeah.
Uh-huh.
knowing he ain't gonna put the fire out, but he's giving it.
Keep it down while we're trying to get the driver.
Yeah.
And I mean,
when
of it.
when I got that truck, I was like, man, this don't have a door in the sleeper.
To get out
so
the back.
my only way is if the front's on fire, I gotta go through the fire.
Yep.
Or bust the window out and crawl through, which is a second. That's how you do it. But
so now
maybe
I
if
know.
I got a fire extinguisher,
Yep.
I can run out there and not get too much burnt. Try to spray.
That's really smart. Blow your way out. So hit a window to effectively break it in case they're ever in an emergency. Because I tell you what, as soon as I did that, I called my law enforcement clients, and I was like, if you guys don't know how to do this, you're gonna learn right now.
We got 32 of you on here today.
32 is
Brought
great,
to you
man.
by me. Yeah. Oh, that's my average.
Bruce, that's great.
I'm the crazy guy who stays up late night with them all.
You're not crazy at all. You know,
everybody
you're a
goes
good
to
patriot.
bed and we're up talking and chatting.
In front of me, you know what I mean? So.
Ain't them tools usually got like a knife? You can cut the seatbelt at the same time.
Exactly. And I broke the tool. I can show you pictures. I literally broke the tool, and you know,
well, yeah, because
got all the glass into my head doing it. It was a mess, buddy. Let me see if I can't show you. I mean, it was a whole thing, and then I got the 911 calls, like the operator call. Gave me the 911.
X-ray was he was like, "Where's my Joe Nagy?" I'm like,
"Yeah, what's going on with the Nagys?"
He's at home.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Come on, talk to us.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Trump or God?
God all the way.
Wait, what do you mean?
Trump or God?
God.
Well, I think they might be aligned, but God always. God always.
If God,
cool.
I said it in there. It don't matter who's in the Oval Office. It ain't God back. It ain't worth a crap.
One nation under God. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Joe, this is really nice.
Be careful, man.
Penny Gregory. X-ray.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What a nice gift. Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me. Thanks.
Well,
thank you. I'll put it right here. Am I allowed to carry a knife in Texas? Maybe not here. Maybe I should put it in my
you better
in my truck to be safe.
I'd put it in your gun safe.
Yeah.
Trying to overtake
Joe Nagy, X-ray
government.
looking
That's
good.
baloney.
Joe, what's up, buddy? Great to
man.
see you.
Love y'all.
Joe, you're the man. Thank you, sir.
You the man.
Joe, some cool pictures here in a moment. If I can pull them up.
As you noticed, you one and only got him on camera first.
There's some really inappropriate stuff on here.
Not to toot my own horn, but here's X-ray.
And why am I here, Bruce?
Because it's a patriot guy.
By the way, this is how the country votes, all right? And they'll have you think that this is not how the country votes, but this is what America looks like.
Pretty much.
On the county breakdown level.
Blues are big cities mostly.
That's right, on the coast. That's how America votes. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Give me 2 minutes.
Cinnabee, X-ray in the house, yes.
That's right, we're in the house.
Shelly in the house here with us.
Shelly, what's up? How are you? I've got some stuff for Shelly, especially. And I might be going, I'm going to kind of go up east after this.
That was my very important phone call yesterday I had to take.
Did you tell him you were talking to me?
Yeah, I told him that he loved everybody, and especially the visionaries.
Cool. Yeah,
that's
cool.
out here and on my channel.
Good. All right, I'm almost here. So what do you do with your channel?
Just talk to him, show him my view of what I see and what I do when I'm here.
All right. All right, apparently I'm dummy.
Hound Grandma, hi X-ray.
Oh, she's cool, yeah. How are you?
Jared,
I'm going to go into my
Good
text.
morning, Bruce. Good morning, Jared.
Yeah, this lady sent me a text of the video. Yeah, here it is. This was the lady's video from the fire. That was the semi truck.
You guys see that? That was the one he was telling about the story of rescuing the guy that blew the tire and rolled his truck. Right
That was his truck.
X-ray. And X-ray went in and
I-81.
they were
Crazy, right?
Yes.
That's the lady's text.
That is X-ray.
That was crazy. But Erica Paul is alive. You want to go see the Patriots or what?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Joe Nagy's got a channel too.
Shout him out.
I know it's Joe Nagy something that I can't remember. There's three numbers after it. What's your channel,
Joe, what's your channel, buddy?
Somebody put Joe Nagy's channel on here.
And then we're going to go check this whole situation out. Thanks for being here. I'll get my coffee. You talk to your people.
I know it's Joe Nagy's 3 letters, 3 numbers. Yes, they do, Shelly. God always puts people in the right place at the right time. We just may not know it at the time.
That's very well said. Did Shelly write that?
Yeah. I added the ending part, but yes, God puts you in the right place sometimes at the right time.
Well, you guys did it together. Keep going. I'm using your shadow, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's great. You
So
remember-
how's Camden?
She's doing good, real good.
Are your grandkids doing okay?
Oh, they're doing great. You know God and Country at all?
yeah,
Convoy?
yeah. That's it.
He's over here by himself.
I saw his truck.
I mean, I've never really talked to the guy. I just seen him in and out. I mean, I talked to him. But
Oh yeah.
he's got an awesome trailer too, by the way. His is real awesome.
That's a lot of money.
All right,
Going?
what's that?
I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation.
That's all right. You're not
But,
interrupting.
yeah, I'm X-ray. I used to park next to you
Yeah,
at
I
the
know who
People's
you are.
Convoy. How you
I know
doing?
your face, man.
Yeah, I didn't know if you remembered me. Man.
How would I not?
Well, you've got Philippians. This is my favorite Bible verse right here.
Yeah.
My mom, taught me that from the time I was young, and she stenciled it on like a decoupage on an oyster shell. So I've got that in my truck.
Yeah, she's a little worse for wear. A couple
5803.
accidents, but
A couple of accidents. What happened?
Joe Nagy at 5804.
a horse trailer, a kid pulling a horse in a horse trailer. He didn't have his horse tied down.
Yeah.
And he was next to me, and the horse
Good
jumped
morning,
back.
Craig Batts.
And when it did, it took the weight off of the
Hello,
tongue,
Ohio.
and the truck hit the barrier and
Yeah.
bounced into me, then hit the barrier,
Back into
then
the
bounced
barrier.
into me, and right then the barrier ended, and it jackknifed and flipped and went
Oh
into
my
the center
God.
medium. The horse came out, and he destroyed his truck. If I
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
there, though, he would have went poof, straight across the freeway
Yeah.
into the oncoming traffic. So
Kind of your story.
it was a blessing.
Yep.
Hey, kind of
it
your
was a
story.
blessing.
Almost
So
at the
it-
right
it-
place at the right time.
It's
right.
a little worse
Yeah.
for wear. I didn't even file it on my insurance. I just told the kid because he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, yes sir, no sir, no sir." He's in tears, and
I'm
the
sure he
horse
was
was a
pretty
little
shaken
beat up.
Yeah.
He lost everything he had but the horse.
Yeah, Dad had to
Yeah,
come.
well.
Dad had to come. Yeah,
Hate
the
to
horse
say
was
it
beat
that
up,
way,
but
but
yeah.
but that's
But
yeah.
the horse survived. A lot of
Yeah.
times the animal don't survive.
Yeah.
She was bloody, but she survived. She was.
And I'm sorry. Hey, I'm John. I'm X-ray.
Merle,
Nice
pleasure
to
to
meet you,
meet
sir. Yeah.
Springer's my handle.
Okay,
Springer.
cool. Springer it is. Springer and X-ray.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you over there when you were talking when everybody saw you. It's
She
like,
looks good.
she's still
You
working.
put the flags up in a little bit different spots, it looks like.
No.
Did you have those in the front last time? I don't know.
Yes, I did.
I'm inclined to believe you.
Well, I don't.
I don't have any reason not to.
I wouldn't be much of a man if I walked around with Philippians on the
Yeah.
side of my
Yeah,
truck.
fair enough.
I was sitting here trying to convince you of
Right.
stuff I didn't do.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you like me.
Yeah, it's like, well, first off, I'm going to start lying to you, and
That's
then
right.
I'm going to tell you how big it is, and we're
Then I'm gonna weasel my way out.
Right?
About fish stories now.
That's right.
Exactly. My fish was this big.
Yep.
That's right.
I'm gonna keep digging when I get in that hole.
No, it's the same old wore out. She's been.
She's
Let me
awesome.
see. Since the convoy. When was that? Was that?
2 years
was,
ago. almost.
2 Julys
That's
ago.
170,000 miles ago.
Yeah,
Is what that is.
or 2 February to July, I guess.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
minute.
so we're coming up on the start
You
date.
got
Real close to
100,000
it.
since then.
170.
That's a lot of.
I average 80,000 a year, so.
You get paid.
But there's a couple. Well, yeah, I'm at the point now where this will be paid off next month, and
Awesome.
Wow, good.
and I'll be debt free,
Good for you.
except for
Congratulations.
my Discover card. But the guy that the president or the CEO of Discover card just sold all his stock, so he obviously knows what's getting ready to happen.
I see.
Yeah.
For a Discover card.
Yeah, the guy, the CEO for Discover,
Not
just
just
sold
Discover.
all his stock.
They got rid of it, huh?
All of it.
He knows it. He knows more than
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And well, you know, and
That's kinda
another
like
thing,
insider trading.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
most manipulated markets out there is the silver market,
Oh, yeah.
because Sony and Apple and all them use them in the phone, so they have to keep the price down to to be able to sell these things. 50% of the world's silver shorts. Now we're talking derivative shorts, where it's just a piece of paper. For every piece of silver, there's 1,000 derivatives. For every piece of silver, there's 1,000 derivatives. So what they do is they buy and sell
What
these
happened when we did
derivatives
that to the housing market?
to make they do this to make money.
Yeah.
They use the derivative market.
Yeah.
Well, all of the big players sold 50% of all the derivatives in the market were sold last week.
Wow.
All
What
their
happened
short
to the
positions,
Hush- Hush brothers?
all their short positions, they sold them all. Because if they get caught with their short positions, meaning they're shorting the market,
off.
silver's going to go down. They lose billions.
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 Yeah.
So they sold all their short positions. 50%. It's all trackable on the internet with all the purchases and
Yeah.
buys and sells. 50% of the big money got out of silver.
There's
So-
always more behind the scenes, right?
Well,
Oh,
see, if you watch what the big people, it's like if you're going to make money in the market, don't pay attention to what the guy next to you is doing. Pay attention to what the big guys are doing. What the private banks are doing, what the giant real estate companies are doing. All of these, they're telling you when they're shifting, because they know what's coming. They know where we're at. They know the whole plan. They're in on the plan because they're corporations do hundreds of billions of dollars. Yeah. Is that thing on?
Yeah.
Oh no! Did
You're
I
all
just
right.
say
I
that
think
out
you
loud?
just educated people.
You just educated.
And I think it's
you
great.
just educated about 30 people. That's all.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
It's important to say
But
to
more
TV
people will
world
watch. It'll be up
and
to
to our
1,000.
friends who we have there.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is a
new.
perfect example. I learned on the convoy that people are quick to we know people are quick to make judgments about people. Oh, he's a carpenter. He doesn't know anything about politics. Or oh, he's a driver. He doesn't know anything about finance. But then you have a conversation with someone, you know, and you get to learn some of the things that they've already learned, the hard way or the easy way, or through family or school or whatever. And that just makes us all that much stronger, right? So all the people out there who have taught me all these different things, like how to work on a freaking truck, how to start a diesel when it won't start, right?
Yeah.
All the way up through finance, all the way through socio-political reality. I mean, it's a big deal. So, and I think that was a good example of like, yeah, I pulled up in a semi-truck and I'm going to lecture you on economics. Stand by.
Hey, you know, I'm prepared. You know, it's one of those things. If you give me $1 or $2, I'm taking one of those and I'm putting them into real money. And real money is silver, gold, bullets, and lead and silver.
Yes,
I mean, not silver, but meat. And
Precious
all that.
metals. A lot of
Especially
precious
now,
metals.
cattle. I mean, look at beef right now. The beef shortages. That's why you're seeing all the ads for chicken. And what happened when we were on the convoy, right? These beef processing facilities, slaughterhouses get blown up, burn up. They don't know what happened. And now we have a beef shortage.
Right, that's
Get the fuck out of here. And it's
Yeah.
climate warriors yelling about methane.
Yeah,
Bill Gates buying up the freaking ranching land so he can feed you bugs.
what people don't realize, you're
I'll be
going to
good.
get in trouble.
No, but I want to make sure everybody knows how peaceful I am and nonviolent.
I have a cheapie. It's
usually have
two, but
A lot of people here probably feel naked not having their precious metal on their side.
Well,
We're not allowed,
my boss
it
would not
hasn't
allow
gone
me
far.
Well, but a lot of people here,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta leave.
I feel
so
protected.
a lot of
I
people.
feel protected.
Oh
Crenshaw.
Huh?
Crenshaw, that's what this knife is, a Crenshaw.
Crenshaw?
There's a guy in Illinois, they're in Effingham, Illinois, in the Petro.
Yeah.
He has a little knife shop, and he does the best sharpening.
Does he really?
Oh, he does the best sharpening.
Okay.
I took all of my steak knives and all that in there, and my butcher knives.
Yeah.
And he sharpens them up for me every time I stop in because he's a small business. I like to help small
yeah,
businesses
oh,
out.
yeah, help
And he
small
says, "Watch these." I put a little extra love on them. And the very next day, I just
You're talking about
used
hot
it.
rounds? Bullets?
We're talking about knives, sharpening.
Knives,
A
not
guy
hot
in
rounds.
Effingham, Illinois, a little independent guy in a shop.
Yeah.
And the next day, I freaking stuck my finger and split it open. Come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some more convoyers.
Yeah.
I got.
Nice talking with you.
I can
I guess
find
we're
it.
moving on down.
I guess you're moving on down, huh? Is that what you guys are doing now? X-ray?
Yeah.
Got his own little channel going?
No, this is mine.
Oh, yours? Okay.
Yeah, this is mine.
Yeah, I've been threatening to do it. But
I did too, and I'm kind of. It's interesting driving down the road.
When you get time, let me know what you're using the platforms and all that.
Prism. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I want to go to Rumble, but it's only like day 5. I mean, probably. They censor everything.
I have a recording of the whole trial where I really direct the 2-hour trial.
So, and I've had 10 flat tires in the last.
I fell
And
behind.
we've been doxxed in 5 states. We've had people swat and dox me. But you have to have faith in your country, right? You have to have faith in your God. And even when things are tough, you have to continue to stand up and you have to continue to show up. Because even the small little actions that you do, whoever you are, wherever you are, the small little actions you do have a tremendous ripple effect. All right? And this country is only powerful because of people like you at home, right? Watching this
he's
and then
not
coming
on
out
you.
and
He
showing
ain't
up.
doing
So,
a
I'll shut up
channel
now.
right now,
I'm
cutting
done
edge.
preaching, but I mean, look at the military, right? The Marine Corps is the only
Hi,
branch
Lady
of the service that met the
Buckeye.
recruiting goals.
Hi.
Some of the branches of the service missed the
Truth
recruiting
teller.
goals by
Hi,
upwards of
X-ray.
25%. Nobody's working in healthcare.
That's my brother.
Nobody's having babies anymore. Why? Okay?
That's it.
We have a
Well, that makes us
problem and we
brothers
need to
then.
address it in this country. All right? And thank God we went on this convoy. We said things 2 years ago.
No doubt.
We said there were some problems. We said things. And people were like, hey, shut them down, shut them up.
Right.
But now we've got judges, like federal Judge Terry Doughty's July 4th, 2023 injunction against Biden. We've got senators, congressmen.
Yes, so
we've got
my
the House
brother Joe
Oversight
Nagy,
Committee,
5803.
the House Judiciary Committee.
you yesterday, bro.
And they're all saying what we said 2 freaking years ago. See how I cleaned that up?
We
2
needed you
years ago.
yesterday. I'm just telling you. Everybody's asking me,
What's up?
where's X-ray at,
Oh!
baby?
We'd
I'm
have a good,
always in
clean
your heart.
convoy.
I'm always in your hearts.
Took
Okay.
me a minute to
And
get
I'm
a
always
get a
somewhere.
hold of him. It took me a minute to get.
I'm always somewhere doing this Patriot shit. I assure you. I've been on the border in Arizona. I've been on the border in New Mexico. I've been talking to Border Patrol and state police up and down. I've been on the CB, all across the country, up and down, just ripping,
Right.
ripping. And that bounce, AM waves bounce off the ionosphere and they come back all over the fucking world.
That's right.
You gotta see Mona.
Okay,
She
good.
does want to know where he was.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Mona's convoy. When everybody knows I'm going to show up, and when I show up, they ruin your good time, right? By like yelling about pedophiles and fascists and all this crap. If I just show up and see a bunch of patriots and we have a great, honest time together, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But if I tell people, oh, I'm coming, then sometimes evil people, right, come up and try to impose their will on it.
Yes.
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great,
Patriot
thanks.
family getting back
All right,
together.
so people stay motivated, right? You may think, oh, nobody else thinks what I think because you don't hear it online. You don't hear it on other news channels besides Fox. But that's because the Biden administration has sent armed federal agents to social media companies and internet companies and threatened them with multi-million-dollar lawsuits until they freaking said, okay, fine, we're going to censor conservative speech. And you can just Google Doughty, D-O-U-G-H-T-Y. Federal Judge Terry Doughty, July 4th, said the Biden administration is doing it, said they can't do it anymore. And of course, he said his judges in to shut it down, and then they lost. I'm sure it's still happening. You know what I mean? But now we have judges, senators, and congressmen shouting the same words. That we
You got
shouted. That's what I said.
2,797 people watching you say all that right now.
Right now?
Right now.
3,000 people?
Oh, wow.
Almost
I'm
3,000.
up to 80. I'm doing real good.
Between
I'm up to 80
that
with you.
You
and
got 80?
Yeah.
My man, good.
between
And I'm glad
that
your channel's doing so well, dude. That's
and
great.
Rumble and Facebook, it's probably close to 300 or 3,000 people just in this one, and then 3,100 people. Let's go.
If it was 5 people, it would be
It
awesome,
doesn't
right?
matter. Yeah.
Because if we can tell you people, if we can tell 2 of you, 3 of you, 5 of you, hey, don't you care about your country?
Right.
All right? I had 46 Marines die on my deployment. 46 dead Marines in the ground for our freedom. You know, and our Second Amendment is gone. There's cities you can't even carry a gun into. Cities you cannot even carry a gun into, like Washington, D.C. and New York City.
Well, like
You
San
can't even- That's the
Antonio.
Second
God,
Amendment.
it's-
First Amendment. Federal Judge Terry Doughty on July
That's
4th
awesome.
said Biden has shut down our First Amendment, freedom of speech. Fourth Amendment. Every time they put cookies on your freaking phone, they track you across the internet, illegally searching and seizing your data. Furthermore, they bypass the Fifth Amendment every time you go through a port of entry to suck all the data off of your phone. And there's not a thing that you can do about it except open your mouth and say you don't like it, wave an American flag, and then coalition build, right? You need to get together with other freaking patriots
Get
who
your
believe the
people
same thing.
together.
All right, that's it. Come on.
Stand
this is
up,
your channel. Come on.
Patriots.
I don't need to be in front of the camera anymore, you know. I'm just.
Yes, you do.
Look
You
who we
tell
got
me.
here.
You're at home.
I'll
You
take
tell
it off
me.
that. Look who we
Why
got
is
here,
no one
everybody.
joining the military? When I say no
Look
one's
who
joining the
made it.
military,
I heard them saying they was coming, and they are here.
We made it. Long drive. All night long we drove here, but we're here.
Yes.
So people aren't joining the
Awesome.
military. and they
See,
don't want
look,
to defend the
people
country
people
because they
showed
think there's
up.
a
They don't
problem.
be worried about it. It's a
Look
great
at rates
place.
of reproduction.
Safe.
And
Anything
not
with
only babies
anything with
being
God is
born in
safe.
hospitals, right?
If it ain't safe,
But also
we'll make it
enrollment in school-age children, according to U.S. Census data.
Bring your children.
I'm not trying to
make
make
them
it
young
about race,
patriots.
but I think African Americans are like 13 or 14% of the country, 14% of the population according to the U.S. Census data, which is shocking, but look it up. Especially with all the DEI stuff that the Wall Street Journal said is fake. But like, white people aren't having babies anymore. The
Yeah,
numbers of reproduction are through the floor. There are more non-white children than white children in schools in the United States. And I'm not being racist, I'm just citing census data. And I'm saying that the data shows that certain population groups are not reproducing. Now, if you couple that with a wide open southern border, which is why we're here now, hundreds of thousands of illegal, undocumented individuals come across every month. And what does that mean? Why is that a problem? Okay, what is a fucking sleeper cell? What is a sleeper cell? And how many have gotten in the last year, the last 2 years? Okay, not only that, but when these people come in out of your tax money, the same tax money that paid the Secret Service to provide armed security for Hunter Biden to purchase crack cocaine and hookers, same tax money. It goes to these illegal immigrants and it buys their housing. It buys their health care. Okay? It pays for communications tools for them. All right? And they wear down your roads. They wear down your sewers. They wear down the schools. They take babies' freaking diapers and baby formula off of the shelf so you can no longer purchase it for your family. And nothing is paid in. There are no taxes paid in. Your septic system, your roads, your schools, your supply chain are getting crippled. That's why it's a problem, you know, and because a nation counts on its poor population, its poor, lower socioeconomic classes to serve in the military. Well, nobody's joining the freaking military, and illegal immigrants aren't going to join the military unless...
We have a process to get into this country. A legal process to get into this country.
That's right.
And these people are flooding the borders and breaking the law as soon as they step foot into this country.
That's right.
They're already breaking the law.
Following.
So
I almost gave Uncle Sam a gift. I almost told him a little policy mechanism, a lever they could pull. Like, you've got all these freaking illegals. A lot of them are military aged. A lot of them are looking for some kind of gainful employment. What if you give them a path to citizenship? You train them up on weapon systems, and you freaking put them on the front lines for us. You know what I mean? If we're not joining the military anymore, we need people to how are you going to compete with China? AI? Great. After 2 months, when all that shit is done, what are you going to do? They have more people. So I'm just saying, we need people to pay taxes and to do jobs and to help grow our gross domestic product, right? So we can have a better socioeconomic reality.
These days because they don't know where their tax money's going.
That's fair.
What's being done with our tax money? That's what I want to know.
That's a good point.
Where's the receipts on where my tax money's going?
That's right.
I don't.
How do we hold people accountable, right?
No, no. Let's get it now. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I know.
Mount my camera right to the front.
I'm in front of your camera right now, so I'm just smiling and saying I'm fully compliant with all my federal and state taxation because it's important. I don't know. I get time zones. I get a military. What's up, man?
Oh my God!
How are you? Good to see you.
Where's the X-ray when you need one? Oh my God!
Good to see you.
Oh, I was so worried about you.
Well, I heard you had a wonderful convoy,
you
and I'm
don't have
happy that
one.
you're
He had
standing
a
up, continuing to do everything you
what his
can in
channel used to
Missouri.
be,
That's
but
awesome.
He'll probably go on there and announce his new one when he starts again. He ain't doing them ones, but I imagine he'll probably
Here's the
go on
deal.
his
If I
old
showed up, who
channel
else was going to show up?
and announce when he is doing a new one.
Who
on
has
a
showed up
different
every time I've
name.
announced where I'm going to go, and then I go there across 5 states.
So silly if
Antifa
you
has
put up
done it.
his old ones.
And others
He's not
have come
streaming
out
on
across
them right
multiple
now, or
states. They've
he's
tried
not
to throw
going to stream
bricks
on
at
them,
us.
but
They've
he'll
gassed
probably update
people.
everybody on them.
Oh,
But
it's
his
over here.
music
Yeah,
channel.
Hey, I gotta go deal
Yeah,
with
sure.
something.
You want a
guys.
copy? I'll give you a copy. Yeah, that would be great.
I'm taking you guys with me, but
Please don't be offended. It was highly monetized, all right? So a lot of people were making money off it. It was highly monetized, and there was a big security risk. So it wasn't the right place for me. I also had my trial the next day, which I won. 2-hour trial. Not guilty.
Not
They have
guilty.
nothing on me. Completely
X-ray, I'll
not
be
guilty.
right. I'll be back.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother. I love you, man.
You too.
I love you to death.
Good job,
There's
man.
nothing you can
Good
do
job with
about
your
it.
channel.
appreciate
Keep waking those people up.
We're doing it again this year,
Okay, good.
and I really want you there.
So don't tell anybody I'm coming, and then I'll show up and shh. Don't tell anybody I'm coming, and then I can just show up.
Yeah.
You know? But if you tell everybody I'm coming and I show up, they're gonna ruin everybody's time. They're gonna be throwing eggs, they're gonna be yelling, they're gonna be like
Not
little
in
weasels.
Branson. Not in Branson.
Well, you never know.
Not
People are
in
free.
Branson,
People
huh?
are free.
Seriously, not in Branson. When Black Lives showed up
Yeah.
in Branson, they were met by 50 people carrying armed weapons. In fact, the chief of police told him, says, you got to building
Yeah.
because these people don't play games.
Yeah.
And I even walked up to Chief of Police and said, by the way, there's 70 of them. Do we have 70 body bags in stock?
That's funny.
And he says, you know what, Mona? I don't know.
You're a motivator, Mona. Nobody will tell you you're not. You're a bug tussling motivator.
You know, so they at 5:30 when their permit was up,
Yeah.
they just took their little butts and climbed right on their bus and headed right on out of town.
Good.
Because we're standing there, they got them shouldered,
Yep.
shouldered weapons, and we're playing
Good.
gospel. We're playing old
Good.
Southern gospel
Yeah,
music.
good. It's my favorite
From
music.
Some
of
from
my
the-
favorite.
From the truck, we had big speakers. We was playing
Yeah.
gospel music, and everybody's toting a gun. And I'm sitting there going,
Yeah.
I don't think you want to mess with Missouri.
I do love Missouri. It's been a privilege to meet some patriots from Missouri, especially the Nagys and you,
Oh,
Mona.
yes.
Right? And Lisa. If
And
LT
Lisa.
ever watches this, Lisa, you know, all you people are still on my mind.
What, McCheese?
McCheese?
Lisa McCheese? Or Mayor McCheese?
No, a different Lisa. I'm sorry. That's your mayor in Branson?
No.
I'll say hi to her too. Howdy.
No, the mayor of the backwoods.
Oh, I see.
From the combo.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
She's here.
Is she? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good. It's so nice to see so many faces that we saw standing up for freedom years ago.
Maybe look
Still
who's
standing
here.
up.
Maybe look
Yeah.
who's here.
How are you thinking, baby? I like the music. I think this is great. I think
Oh
Texas
my God,
done a good job.
That
Brought
was
my
such a
guitar.
surprise. Oh, guys, you guys don't know. I love this man. From the top and bottom of his feet to the top of his lovely head.
Oh, thank you, Mona. Mona, I'm so proud of what you were doing out there, keeping so many thousands of people motivated and letting them know how they can
Were
stand
you
up
in
for
Big
freedom.
Springs?
Canada.
Oh, I was in Big Springs, not
I'm
Dripping
not
Springs.
bring me see it, go see it. The other night,
Morning, Amanda.
I told the ragged old flag story at
I
Dripping
know that
Springs,
story. Yeah.
and best I've ever done it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you what, we had a crowd like this crowd. The whole crowd was immediately silent.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good job, Mona.
And then
Good.
when I got to the part about she's been through the fire before, there was a huge yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And then when I finished, they almost made me lose my legs because everybody stood to their feet
Everybody.
and roared.
Good,
Everybody.
all right.
Everybody.
Good.
Everybody. I
Good,
told
Mona.
them-
Isn't that great?
I told the promoters, I says, I need to do it again at this rally. They went, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Good.
right. Because they didn't know the story until Big D told them that you need to
Yep.
get that lady up there.
Yep.
And he come over and says, I understand you got a story to tell. Can you do it in 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, like, you put it in parameters.
Yeah, well, he said, can you get it done on the stage
Yep.
in 5 minutes?
That's a really nice way to say don't drag it out.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I said,
Yep.
I believe the total story is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That gives me 30 seconds to tell everybody to call the White House.
Yeah. She did too.
Good.
Call-
Good job, Mona.
Call the White House.
That's right.
I said, you won't be talking to anybody,
Yeah, he won't hear you anyway.
but you got to leave a message.
Yeah.
Because they got to hold those messages for 7 years.
Oh, is that so?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
I said, and the message is, Joe, shut the border down and get the hell out of my house.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is read the book of Jeremiah if you want to know what happens if you don't lock your border down.
Yeah.
You know?
What
If
happens
you
when you don't
secure
lock your
border.
house down? What happens when you don't lock your house down?
Yeah,
and
is
leave
there a fence around the White House? Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a fence around every federal building?
Is there a fence
yes.
around their house?
That's right.
Their
Yes.
house? Yeah,
Yeah, and there are other armed Americans between them and the public who they screw over
Why?
continuously. Not all of them, but enough of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough of you that hundreds of us will come together and play guitar and say we don't like it.
I had some people here just a minute ago
Yeah.
that said, they gripe about J6, being an insurrection. I said, I'll tell you what, if they mess with this election,
Yeah.
they're going to find out what an insurrection really looks like.
Yeah, I think that. So when we look at J6, it's a really tough thing to talk about and to analyze in the country, right? It's a really tough thing for the United States. But all things being equal, how many people showed up that day?
They think there was over 3 million.
3 million? At least hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people came together and said, we have a huge problem. If this had happened any time in history and millions of people came into a capital, there would be a new government the next day. But now with the internet and communications tools, right, we could kind of stop that. A few hundred can stop a few million now with electronics and communications, right, and organizing. So it's very clear that the intent of the people is there, saying we have a massive problem in the United States. And we know from federal judge Terry Doughty that this is all being covered up online, censored. So it's like America has a terrible bleeding wound. Lady Liberty is bleeding. And Joe Biden's like, let's put some makeup on that. We really need to do some surgery and fix the wound. And coming together like this and having these conversations and having your convoy
Now,
Yeah, we
are ways
want-
for us to have the conversations
We want
to fix the wounds.
everybody.
He's
We've
very
got
deep.
21 states right now for the convention,
Amen.
for the Article 5 Convention of States. We need 31 to move on. With the Article 5 Convention of States, we will set term limits.
Glad you're all here.
If you have been in office more than 2 terms, you can't run again. And you can never run more than 2 terms.
Yeah.
Then we want to give them 5 years for a total balanced budget, and they must publicize every expenditure.
Well, no. We need black budgets. We need to go do dirty things in far off distant lands in order to get what we need as a country. Like lithium-ion battery metals. And oil. And other things. And influence.
But we want...
And landing zones and
Right.
freaking drone bases and radar kits.
But that's why we want...
And UN votes.
That's why we want expenditures every year to be an audit.
I like that.
Every year audit and be able to show us where you spent every penny.
God, when does the census data comes out?
The
Like
council
years
lady
after?
says hi.
Council lady?
Yeah.
Oh, Vicky, the council lady?
Mickey, the council lady.
Ma'am. My hat's off to all the Patriots, especially, you know, Shelly, Vicky, Joe, Lisa, right? I'm sure Silly's on there.
Hi,
Lots
Joe.
of love and
People
respect.
named Maud, yeah.
Lots of love and respect.
Joe, if you're watching,
Joe's
thank
on.
you so much for getting a hold of them yesterday when I broke down and sending somebody back for me.
Oh, good. You had a rescue come?
Appreciate it.
Good.
Yes. Mike, we had somebody pull the typical jump in the convoy and slam on the brakes. So
A
when
little bit of trouble, huh?
So that when we had to brake, she braked and pulled into the other lane, but she slammed on the brakes.
Infested. Oh, X-ray. No way. Yes.
my truck-
Live in the flesh.
My truck has
Y'all are
automatic trailer
welcome.
brakes built
Okay.
in.
Yeah, good.
Well, when she locked the brakes up,
I see.
It was
I
hard
drove
to-
down the road. I
Yeah,
got
really keep
smoking
my
tires,
I got you.
lips closed on
smoking
this
brakes.
big
I
surprise.
had to pull over.
Yeah. Yep.
We had to pull
I
over
hope
because
not,
the only
Mr.
way they're
T,
going to
but
come
whatever.
loose is for it to cool.
Yep.
What's got to cool is they're not going to come loose.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Joe Nagy says you're welcome, Mona.
Thank you, Joe.
Good.
Stitch came and got me. Hey, Joe,
see what's going
Never
on.
left her.
just so you know, all that time I sat on that highway waiting for somebody to come back and get me, we caught up with the convoy about a block down the road.
Good. All right.
So we
California
rolled right
really
in with
started.
them. How about
Yeah.
that?
Good. That's great.
Hopefully they got a good turnout in California and Arizona. Hopefully they got a good turnout too.
Yep.
We have a pretty good turnout here, I think.
Oh, it's awesome sauce, honey.
Yeah.
Be sure you show the cars and the crowd.
Let's go see this. Let's go see the people. We're standing on the
Okay.
outsides. Mona, it's so good to see you.
So happy to see you. I'm so glad. You don't know. You don't know how worried I was.
Let me
Yeah, so I got to say that to everybody. Look, I ghosted everybody. I stopped talking to everybody. And that wasn't just, don't take it personally, okay?
No.
I've had 10 tires I've had to replace since July. I've had my e-brake lock up twice and blow tires,
I'll go
okay?
refill. I'll be right back.
I had water in the fuel of the other truck. I've had emergency brake flywheel turned 10 times with a screwdriver, locking one side and not the other. I've had Antifa follow me across 5 states and harass me and say things that aren't true. And so now that things are going well, I had my trial coming up. I won a not guilty verdict. Represented myself, just showed video. I beat a U.S. attorney named David Yett, in front of Judge Faruqui, F-A-R-U-Q-U-I, in D.C., and I won. I won not guilty. And the sergeant perjured himself on the stand 4 times. Now I'm suing the sergeant. He lied to have me arrested, then he lied on the stand to try to get me convicted, and then I beat him. I paddled him like a bad boy, and I'm gonna get his badge now and hang it on my wall. I'm gonna win. Love and respect the police. In fact, I came to Texas after the hurricane. A friend of mine who's a retired Navy SEAL, his brother's the fire captain in Houston. And so I stayed in Houston with the whole rescue team. And then we went down to Tivoli, Texas after Hurricane Harvey. And we stood up an aid station down there. So I've got a lot of history in Texas, a lot of love for Texas. I worked with the Texas Department of Public Safety, their state troopers. And I've only had really good experiences in Texas. You know, so this is where I wanted to come back, say hello to everybody. Sorry I kind of ghosted on you guys, but it was for my safety and your safety. Hey, how are you? Great to see you. That's what I was just telling everybody. I'm sorry I kind of ghosted, but that's what had to happen. That's what had to happen, you know? And every time I say, hey, here I come, there's 5 Antifa people calling the police, wasting law enforcement resources, you know, trying to tear people down. And if I just show up and we're all having a good time, then it's all good. You know what I mean? We can praise God and we can do our patriot thing. We can raise awareness. That's right, in a safe, peaceful way, without any nonsense from East Coast cities.
Yeah, that's never good.
I'm telling you, we were.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We'd have been up to the cab.
I believe it. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not even letting
Luckily
any
you
of
can
that
take
into
it
my
or whatever,
consciousness.
whatever.
I'm here to see you guys.
I
Yeah,
have
I'm here to see you guys.
Yeah.
You're behind me, Satan. That's what Jesus said. Jesus also said, I did not come to bring peace but a sword. It's my favorite Jesus quote.
So She just.
Dude, your
Yeah,
tripod's trying to make a move.
It broke yesterday.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I lost there's a screw in the bottom and I lost it, so it's kind of free willy.
Yeah, I've got a zip tie. A wise trucker once told me to always carry a zip tie.
You know, 2 zip ties with 3 zip ties.
3 zip ties?
That would probably do
All right.
great. I never,
3. You offer a man 1 zip tie and he comes back
I
with
got zip
3.
ties.
That's right.
Do you like my America glasses? Guess where I got them.
love those.
I'll give you one guess where I got these.
I wait here. I don't want
I don't
In the
know.
most convoy-related fuel stop possible. If you were on the People's Convoy and you went to Hagerstown,
Flying J or pilot?
No.
you know, you're close.
Yeah, where we got fuel.
Blank, blank, and blank.
Yeah.
AT&T. That's where I got
AT&T,
these.
yeah.
Oh,
That
by
was-
the way,
Yeah.
we are boycotting all Buc-ee's.
That's fine. Fuck 'em.
They
I'm gonna
told
go
us
and get your zip ties.
They told the convoy they couldn't come in.
Well, Buc-ee's has a stupid chipmunk mascot.
And they don't
Just
like
so y'all
trucks
know
anyway.
that. The convoy was going into Buc-ee's for fuel and was stopped and told they could not come in. So guys, we need Buc-ee's to go by the way of Bud Light.
Amen.
Because I'll tell you what, if my flying flag's not welcome in their parking lot, my dollar bills ain't welcome in their
No,
store.
sir. They didn't get a dime from me. I didn't go get their free sandwich. They didn't let me in.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you in or nothing.
Yep, let's just do a pan around of everything till X-ray gets back with zip ties to fix my tripod. Quite a few people here up here listen to the awesome music. Let me zoom in a little bit. I got Gal. Lots of people here. That's the only part of them. They're everywhere.
Yes, hallelujah. Glory be to the Lamb of God, King of Kings. Woo. Oh, yeah. You know, I came in here. Lord, let you speak through me. Lord, let it be you that comes out. The word says, can you turn that away from me just a little bit? Yeah. The word says where 2 or 3 are gathered.
Lady Buckeye.
He said, I'm there in the midst of them. Do we have 2 or 3 that are gathered
Hard
in
to see that
Jesus'
in the
name
sun.
out
I'm
here today?
back in the shade and probably back
Come
up
on.
Lady Buckeye.
Give it up for Jesus. Come on. Set up right down in my soul that I can't contain, I can't control. I won't know you. I won't know you. Set up right down in my soul that I can't.
Well, I had an inside talk with him, and I thought he would, but I'm so glad it worked out. We rekindled our friendship, brotherhood. I'm Mike the car guy. Just a minute. As soon as X-ray gets back, I'm sure he'll be stoked to talk with you. He went to go get a little tape. He went to go get me some zip ties. My screw out of the bottom of the tripod, I lost it yesterday somewhere, you know. So he's going to go get me some zip ties. Everybody give little Tate some love here. Come on, you do a little Tate, little tater tot. Come on, it's just Tate, little Tate. You ain't working, little Tate? I thought you'd be with your dad. Help me dig that hole for put that septic tank thing in. I'm telling you, Tate, if you want to go live on YouTube or Rumble or whatever you want to go on, just put it out here on my channel anytime you want, whatever your name is, and it won't take you long to get 50 subs. I guarantee you. And then we'll they'll put it out on Big D's or Master Grifter and wherever else. So they'll get you. It won't take you long, though, Tater Tot.
That new wine in the old wine scheme, it can't handle it. It's time for America. It's time for the United States.
You know, everybody, this convoy family loves their little Tate.
State that's represented here today to get a new wine scheme. Because Jesus is coming.
Yeah, Mona just a yeah. Let him know. Make up your name and put it out there and get it started a little Tate. And you'll have 50 before you get done getting it set up. I guarantee you. No. I think she'd crawl bloody hands and knees to do what she's doing. Miss Mona, she's awesome. All right. Well, let me know when. Can you wait just a little bit, or maybe even get Tate on here? Yeah, as soon as he gets back, he's digging out me some extra zip ties. He should be back in a minute. I would go over there, but I'm due respect. I don't want to invade his privacy. I'm 100% about privacy when privacy is due. Tried dropping hints yesterday of X-ray showing up, but without flat out telling everybody. This channel is what I do when I'm usually here. I'm doing the same thing I normally do. I'm not really doing nothing different than I normally do when I come to these rallies and events. The music's great, but the friendship and the fellowship and the stuff you learn from fellow patriots is awesome. Copy low Tate. Man, I could have got my zip ties out of my truck record. He did his going here. Just tell Tate, if Big Tate gives you a hard time, just tell him you're on a very important phone call. Yes, Cody, it is. I was recharged just talking to him on the telephone yesterday. And seeing him, super, yeah. He is so happy to see people, patriots here, still standing up, not scared and oppressed by what fake media tells everybody, and what the federal government tries to show you. It's fear factor everybody. No. All right. First thing we got to do is little Tate is on here.
Tate! Which Tate?
Little Tate. Little Tater Tot.
Little Tater Tot is a fine American patriot who's going to grow into a big adult potato American patriot one day. What's up, little Tate? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope Big Tate's doing well, too. That was some good venison, by the way. Wasn't it? Anyway, that's our little inside thing. So today's episode of Freedom is brought to you by the U.S. School of Survival Field Manual. And those are zip ties. And Joe Nagy and Tony Quillen and, all the others told me, those might be cable ties. It's like, you've got to bring zip ties. Any trucker worth his salt has zip ties. So, I know I'm only a trucker in name only. A Tino. It's like a rhino, but a Tino. Trucker in name only. So anyway, if you're looking for something to read, U.S. School of Survival Field Manual, here's my plug. It's available on Amazon for $17.76. Okay? And then you can have additional information right here. This is what's on it. This is what we cover. So preparation, wilderness emergency medicine, like through the wilderness EMT level, navigation, water, fire, shelter, fishing, hunting and trapping, wild edibles, wild medicinal plants, communication and signaling, search and rescue, missing people and equipment, essential knots, right? Mechanical advantage, solving common survival problems, disaster response, how to teach scenario training, and then, my nonprofit's on here too. I'm actually getting ready to go to Israel with my nonprofit, so that's something I can talk to you guys about later. Getting ready to do a deployment to Israel to go and teach emergency medicine and survival in the kibbutzim. and even in Kesetagrit, right? Speak a little Hebrew, but we're going to go to the kibbutz, all the way, the kibbutzim, 4 of them, all the way down, you know, on the Egypt border, on the Gaza border, in the southwest part of Israel. And that's going to happen in a couple months. So it's part of the reason why we're staying quiet.
He might. Frenchie says hello.
There's a bunch of trouble. Hey, how are you?
Big
Nice to see you.
red, big red.
Oh, yeah, big red and big blue. We shifting. I hope you guys are doing well. Connecticut drivers, father and son team. Sexy
You hear
big
about
dump
Frenchie?
trucks.
Frenchie went through hellacious medical.
Oh,
Still
no.
recovering.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't gonna say.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
Something ate him up from inside or something. Pretty serious. He ain't out. It's been what, a year and a half, 2 years since you drove, Frenchie?
yeah.
That bad. He's doing good. He's still alive.
Good, thank God.
Still here.
Well, he's in our prayers now, right? He's in our thoughts and prayers. That's too bad.
Big Blue carrying the weight. All right, let's go.
Come on, let's go. We got to find Joe. I've got to give him these books. He was
Joe.
nice enough to.
Show who? Oh,
Joe, who we saw with us.
right there he is.
Yeah, here he is.
DC Joe
Yeah, this is Joe.
and Ann Lake.
Well,
Yeah, I hear people out front yelling. I don't know, whatever.
who cares?
Yeah, that's not what we're here for.
I've got a guitar. I can just start playing my guitar right now. Let's unfurl this flag while we're here, huh?
Yeah. Good eye.
It's a beautiful place for it. I have permission to unfurl this
Yes,
flag.
sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Joe
I always
Nagy.
wanna ask
Joe
for
Nagy
permission
wants
to
a
come
book.
aboard.
Joe Nagy wants a book.
Hey, Joe.
Joe gets one for free. Just get his address and I'll send it to him. If you have it, just text me.
Can I interest you in a Constitution?
Can I? Yeah. First of all, I have one in my pocket and I have 2 in my band.
Amen,
Yes, thank you.
brother.
Never say
Thank
no,
you.
right?
I would
right.
never
Hang
say
on,
no to
you
you guys.
Close for this.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very
Means a lot
much.
to me. I really appreciate it.
I love you, man. Love you. And this one's to them. And this one.
Did I spell your name right?
Thank you, Mandy.
Wow, cool beans.
Thanks.
This
It's a big deal.
is for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Silly for him. X-Ray still needs to sign my book.
Oh,
Silly needs a lot more than a book from me.
amen.
I owe her a lot more than a book. That's for
you
damn
hear
sure.
that? I ain't got to repeat that.
Yeah. I owe Silly a
thank
lot
you,
more than
brother.
a book. Sylvia is on top of the mountain of patriots, of like the best patriots, the finest, like most self-sacrificing patriots. Sylvia's at the top, not only working
Betty
through
H,
like
good
personal
morning, DC
medical
Joe.
situations, but she
Betty-
showed up
Betty
after
H says good
9/11.
morning.
All right, Sylvia showed
Hey,
up after
good
9/11
morning
for
to you.
30 days, cooked for firefighters and first responders. Sylvia showed up on multiple convoys across the country, and she's moderated behind the scenes. Sylvia's truly one of the finest patriots in the country, somebody who I really owe a lot to and who I love and respect very much. That's no BS. So if you're out there in TV land and you don't know who Silly for him is, she's the woman who showed up after 9/11 to cook for the firefighters and first responders.
There you go.
She's the one who showed up, right, to take care of the people who showed up.
Goosebumps.
Okay.
You see?
Who showed
And it's a
up.
huge
Talk
deal.
about
All right, this
Silly
Marine
for
thinks
him.
Sylvia is a hell of a patriot.
That's right.
All right, and she
Good
showed up for the
morning.
convoy when we went to Missouri. We went around the Capitol in Springfield. Sylvia
yeah.
drove there from Oklahoma
Glory K,
and
the
showed up.
American game is here.
Okay,
We
and then
love
she's helped us
Silly,
behind the
yes.
scenes the whole way. So lots of love to Sylvia.
You never.
Yes.
I
she's
know.
awesome.
I know.
All right.
I was just honorably discharged. I'm still a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
That's it.
That's right. But you know,
Always with the oath.
that's how I let him know I wasn't an officer when I say honorably discharged.
Yeah.
Say,
Yeah,
I did
'cause
this shit in the
officers
dirt. I did this shit in the dirt.
Little
right?
Tatus,
Yeah,
happy
But
to
I
see
still,
you.
I've taught at Yale. I've
Yeah.
taught at Yale, Brown, Columbia, Dartmouth,
All right.
whatever. But I wasn't
Yeah.
an officer.
They've resigned. They don't get
Yeah.
discharged.
Plumber
Resigned the
B
commission. I
in
never
the
resigned
house.
mine.
I
Matter
didn't
of
see it,
fact,
but
the
hi,
one that
Plumber
just
B.
turned chief,
Yeah.
Hey,
going
Plumber
to
B,
CS,
I love you.
That's the way to do it.
And
That's a must
Fireball.
say.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Fireball.
Hey, Joe's son, can we say?
Sure.
Joe's son is currently serving in the Navy, right?
In the Navy.
In the United States Navy, he's a chief.
Yes, he just made chief.
What's that in the Army? They say hua. The Marine Corps says ah. What does the Navy say?
Let's ride the waves. No. Oh.
No, just kidding. No, a lot of love for the Navy.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
your
yeah.
son got to do something pretty cool.
He did. Back when that big white balloon was shot down.
When China sent a
Yeah.
freaking spy
Yeah.
balloon.
He
let
picked
him
it
ride.
up. How about that for something?
Did he think there was like an alien in it, maybe?
Ah,
Like a little Chinaman alien?
He was wondering.
or something in the
What's
wreckage?
What's up with this? What's up? I'm
God.
tell you what.
Cool.
He is awesome.
And now
I love him a lot. And
he's looking at commissioning now, right?
yes,
Trying to read that.
he's trying to get to OCS, and hopefully by the time he's been
Somebody else can
extended
answer, I
a couple of few times.
Plumber B says hello,
Hey,
everyone.
Plumber
Plumber
B,
B is a
love
hell of
you.
a patriot. Yeah, what's
Love
up?
you.
Plumber and Mrs. B.
Yes.
They're all good.
Woo! For sure. And he's got to have a
Yo,
few
gotta go
people,
pee animals.
officers
Do their thing.
Yeah.
Scratch a chip.
Yeah.
But
No.
thank you for his service. Such a huge
Oh, yeah,
deal, right?
sure.
Right now, especially when military recruitment is down so much.
How
The
you
Marine
doing,
Corps is
sir?
the only
I know.
branch to hit
Have a
their
good
target.
time? You have a good
So,
video?
Yeah, we got
Pictures
to
are
we
Yeah,
got to
it's
turn that around. I think
absolutely amazing.
I think with the way everything is getting exposed,
Yeah.
I think there'll be a lot more people saying, "Yeah, I want to come in and defend this." And to tell you the truth, hopefully
we
he's
change some
in
things around here.
control.
People are going to want to protect it.
Yeah, he's in control, but
That's
you
right.
still need a standing army to protect your borders
From the Chaldeans.
from Satan, actually.
Yeah.
Crystal
but yeah.
Sanders says hello, everybody.
Hey, Crystal, love you, girl.
So good to see you. Yeah, I mean,
this is
we were talking
awesome.
about the book of Jeremiah earlier, right?
Oh, yeah, for
When
sure.
they're in Jerusalem, Jerusalem gets surrounded. And I mean, that didn't happen just once.
No,
right?
it didn't.
Assyrians,
Yeah,
The Mordecai
Persians,
Tower.
right? Romans, Chaldeans, you name it, coming
Yeah,
in.
they just
Philistines coming up from the sea,
God
right?
just let them get spanked so many times because they didn't listen.
Well, yeah, and they're in a tough spot
Yeah.
between empires. They were
Yes.
between empires,
Yeah.
with an ocean here, and there's really nowhere to go. You're
Nowhere
a
to
blocking force,
go. Oh, hell yeah.
And so they went to the whole world, and that's the dispersion, right? That's the
125.
diaspora.
Welcome
Matter
you
of
all,
fact,
and this is going to be a very
Yusef was
informative,
trying to he has
maybe
a thing,
repeat to some people,
to
but
bring
yeah, it's going to be a very
Israelites back to
informative, going around with X-ray, talking to
I mean,
That
the
was-
Israeli
I don't
government
know
does
if
that.
they
They'll
do
pay
that.
for you to go
See,
back.
who knows where the
Yeah, it's like a
conversation's
birthright
going to
trip.
go.
Yeah,
not the state of Israel.
But if you want to
State of
see
Israel
Oh, the state pays for
the
The
negativity
state
out
of
front,
Israel's part of,
that's not me.
not the.
We're here to see the positive.
I'm getting ready to go over
godly
there in a couple
people
months.
Are you really?
I'm going to teach in the kibbutzim.
and
Okay.
great
Right on
conversations.
like the Gaza comes down like this, it hits Egypt, the ocean is
Uh-huh.
here. These kibbutzim, the four of them right
Okay.
here, in southwestern Excuse me, southwestern
Well,
Israel.
hopefully
just
all the
north of
bad
Israel.
actors will be gone.
Well, I mean, everybody's getting pushed down
They're
Gaza,
already.
then they're going to hit Egypt, but they're going to get pushed over, and that's where I'm going to be teaching the people so they're ready for when that comes.
right.
Good
God Almighty.
That's the
man.
plan.
Well,
I did it in Texas
I'm
after the
glad-
hurricane. I came
I'm
down
glad
here. It's
for
one of my
you,
first
for
little
sure.
missions after
yeah,
Harvey.
this is. I didn't know that right there was like Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
Ain't very far.
Man, I came through. I never, you're coming through, and then there's randomly a border patrol
Right,
checkpoint. You're just driving, and you're like, whoa, how are you guys? There's like 20 dudes here.
It was,
Then
it
you
was
just keep
awesome.
driving down the
Thumbs
dark
up
road.
and peace signs. From
Yeah, they saw
Border-
my
from Border
flags.
Patrol. I mean,
I'm honking my horn at them.
Look at this, guys. Here. How's that?
Yeah, I wish that. Still right there with
Yep.
them, with all the brothers and sisters
That's-
in 1776.
That's right.
Well, here's the thing, different people.
The People's
It's great
Convoy
that there are
brothers
lots
and
of different
sisters,
groups,
Patriot family,
and then
that's
some
all it
people
is.
move between groups, so
No
I
matter-
think that's important. We're like
gotta-
mycelium.
gotta get
You know what I mean?
involved in
And we're reaching out to
everything.
hi-fi,
Any group,
connecting
all
all
the
the
groups.
different groups.
All the
Yeah.
good groups.
There's
God,
a
peaceful
lot of
back
lot
groups.
of patriot groups,
Peaceful.
but I'm kind of partial to this one.
Yes.
Since I'm a lifetime member. Me, Mom and Pop,
You're invested.
we're invested. We put our
They did a lot more. I helped. I was there.
blood,
helping
sweat, and
them
tears.
get
You know
going
how
and set
many
up at the emergency.
Purple Hearts I've gotten out of this. I got a lot of Purple Hearts. Yeah.
You and me both.
I know, brother.
And you know what? It's worth it. They might hit us.
I'll
Of
do
course,
it
they're more
again.
powerful. We're talking about the most deadly and powerful and wealthy
Yeah.
organization in the world.
In the world.
Right? And
Yep.
we stood up to a little bit of corruption on the inside, a little bit of rot that we're trying to sort of cut out so that the rest of the healthy body can grow
ready
back.
for
That's
You
it.
know,
bunch
we
of
just want to
troll
take out the
cookies and
cancerous rot and
yeah.
Full
let
house.
the rest of the body
Full
heal
house
itself.
cookies.
It's
Imagine it's
healing.
gonna get
It's
crazy.
healing.
We're healing.
Thanks to him.
That's right. Praise
It's
God.
healing.
We're ready for it. I hope you guys are.
All right, guys.
We're still going to do our thing.
Let's see what's up. Look at all those flags out there at the entrance. How
Yeah.
cool is that? I'm surprised it doesn't flip the vehicle over whenever they're on.
Hopefully they got it secured and big and heavy counterweight.
You need 500 pounds, to hold all those flags down.
Must not be a great thing to shoot Mama. She never come up and said not or nothing.
It's great to see so many people come
Oh
out.
man.
You know.
A lot of the same ones we know still out doing their thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not affiliated with any groups. Like, I'm
I support them all. I try to just support the groups. I'm here for myself.
Yeah.
I come down with the tobb, great thing,
Yeah.
but I'm here for myself.
And I think that that's good. Yeah.
If I don't
Very
like
good. What's up, guys? How are you?
All right, how you do, sir? It's great.
if it ain't what I
Well,
like,
you know,
then
except for all that
I
bullshit
move
you see.
out.
Otherwise, I'm good. You want to go this way?
Yeah, we'll go this way. No, I was trying to avoid these.
Yeah.
I didn't see them till now.
What's up, X-Ray? How are you, sir? Great to see you, John. Likewise. How you been doing, man? Pretty good. Can't complain. Doing all right? You look good. I like how you're growing the beard out. What about you? What's up? Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Doing really well. Staying out of trouble? I won a 2-hour trial. The thing from DC. I won a 2-hour trial, and I got the cop arrested me to write a letter to the judge saying that he shouldn't have arrested me and they should dismiss it. And I had a sergeant commit perjury 4 times during the trial. So now I'm suing him. It's going great. Couldn't have been any better.
Hey D,
Couldn't have been any better.
hey D, if I bring the inverter up,
My law enforcement clients kept me on. Still training state police.
can we plug it into your truck?
Already got one in there. And it's
What else is it? This is great, man.
No, they're everywhere. Just finding them. There's a lot of Texas people here too that we. How are you? You know, kick guide over.
So many more senators in Congress today.
How many plugs you need?
Everybody's been asking me, have you seen X-Ray? Have you seen X-Ray? I'm like, last I heard he was doing well with his book.
Yeah, so book went well. I've been teaching. You know, I kept my law enforcement clients, so I'm still teaching state police in Colorado, which is great. I kept all my other rafting clients and everything. I won my trial from the DC thing, won a 2-hour trial, not guilty verdict. Got the sergeant to commit perjury 4 times on the stand.
Wow.
So now I'm suing him as an individual, you know what I mean?
Good for you.
I was cross-examining him, and I said, Sergeant,
amazing
did you
if you-
intentionally commit perjury, or did you just lie to the judge 4 times accidentally? And he just went, and I just let it sit, you know? Then I picked him apart like an eagle, you know, on an elk on the side of the road.
Bless you.
No,
That's
it was God.
outstanding.
God
It
sent an
is.
angel
Yeah,
who's really
it
good
is.
at law into my body, and then used my mouth, and we won.
And you know what? I agree with you
That
because
was God.
I've sat in on the trials, some of the trials for J6, and it's just, it ain't happening. So the fact that happened for you is God.
I had to send 23 emails.
Yeah.
I had to file a judicial complaint. Yeah, I filed a judicial complaint.
Yeah.
To get a trial. They wouldn't give me a trial because
Right.
they knew that these police officers kind of lied. They knew I had video evidence exonerating me, and they just didn't want to go to trial. They knew I had video of police sleeping,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to go, and they just put it off. And at one point, I literally wrote to them and said, give me my constitutional rights or give me death. My friends did not die for nothing.
That's
You know,
right.
and after that,
Yeah.
then I got my trial. And then I
Wow.
won. Then I won my trial. That
I'm
was it.
so glad. I am so happy. That really, it's a miracle.
God.
God bless you, X-Ray.
You know?
Now everybody can get an update.
Well, that's the thing. If you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't have to worry. But in the United States, we saw, you know, that some police officers, DC Metropolitan Police, U.S. Parks Police, made some arrests, right? They towed some vehicles without probable cause. They caused a lot of damage. They destroyed reputation in front of at least hundreds of thousands of people. And they're sleeping on duty while they're doing this. So, you know what I mean? Now it's time for us to hold those corrupt officials accountable. But at the same time, and in the same breath, I want to say thank you to those good, honorable officials, police officers, right? Federal officials who are trying to do their job in a really tough situation, right? So we want to be aware of that, and we want to thank those people. Indeed, I've trained law enforcement for 5 years from search and rescue. They're good people there, right? They're good people. But then you go to DC and you think you have a First Amendment, you're in jail. You think you have a Fourth Amendment, your truck's gone for 2 weeks. You know, you think you have a First Amendment, your YouTube channel goes from, you know, thousands of dollars a month to nothing a month. And you would just say, well, why did you destroy my small business? Because I had a First Amendment. Right? Why did you? Right? So thank God Federal Judge Terry Doughty issued his injunction against the Biden administration on July 4th, saying they can't do this anymore.
Yeah. And now they just need to catch up to you.
You said it. You said it.
I'm down there at the J6 Vigil. still.
Yeah, good.
Post every night. Steve
Are you?
and Mickey.
Good.
And,
Moderators,
and
if Mike,
there's
the
a
car
lot
guy,
of
puts out
officers
his
there, and they're
YouTube
terrific.
channel.
Good.
But
Let's get him out there
some of them
everywhere
are
so he can
just-
get
you
going
tell they're
live
just
for
like
everybody.
that.
Jerem
Mickey yells
Mazuski,
at
James
That way you can stay in
Zazuski,
touch with all
Jamero
his
Wooski,
friends.
that sergeant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your badge, buddy, if you're watching this, because not only did you take my constitutional rights away, not only did you do it in front of hundreds of thousands of people knowingly, looking at the same video as evidence that all the judges and prosecutors looked at, right? You used the same video to tear me down illegally. So I'm gonna get your badge. I'm gonna sue you, right? And you said under oath that you were never trained on disturbing the peace. You're a DC, you're a U.S. Parks Police Sergeant who's worked in DC for 14 years and you've never been trained on disturbing the peace? Great, I'm suing your boss too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanks for admitting that. And you committed perjury 4 times on the witness stand. I have a CD of you doing that at my house, and I've made 3 copies. You know. Hey, how are you?
Liberty Lauren Founding.
Coming together here.
I like to keep it
Beautiful.
quiet.
Everybody's been asking me about
that
X-ray
stuff
now.
doesn't
Liberty
come down
Lauren, the
on
voice you heard
everything.
yesterday.
Standing up for his
You know what I mean?
constitutional rights.
Every single
God
time
bless
I've
him. We'll
announced
be
him
back in
showing up, it's
100%.
been
He
like
needs our prayers
multiple
to continue
Antifa
moving
people. It's
forward
been
with this,
doxing. It's
holding
been swatting.
our
Doesn't
government
that waste
accountable.
law enforcement
People who think
resources?
that
It
they can
wastes
do
my
whatever
time
they
and
want
resources.
willy-nilly.
It affects our
Absolutely
safety.
not.
I gotta tell you. So after riding, like, I was with y'all, like, everybody for 2 months, right?
Yeah.
2 months. And riding on this convoy and the lead car, we were like, where the hell is X-Ray? Because we keep a tight convoy. Like, let me tell you.
You gotta keep it tight, sex.
You
You gotta
if
keep
I
it
don't
sexy.
ever hear that shit
This is
again.
embarrassing. Okay, I gotta get with Sapphire.
Well,
I
yeah,
gotta get
you
with
can tell.
Alba. I'm not
You
taking
know
anything
who
until I
runs
do.
it. It's a thing.
The citizens run it, and it's my pleasure and honor to be
You
a
back
part
for
of it with
now?
the other citizens who are brave enough to continue to stand up. That's how I feel.
Well, are you going to side mission with us and go to the border?
Oh, she's got it.
Oh, what are we doing?
Yay.
What's the deal?
Some of us want a side mission.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I should. But,
Yeah, we'll
we're
talk
gonna
off the
side-
camera.
We're going to side mission.
Let me
Freedom
just-
outlaw some shit.
I'm 100% peaceful and nonviolent on this one.
Me too.
But I got a reefer trailer full of immigrants. Let's go to Home Depot and make some money. Woo! I'm just kidding. I don't.
Hey, how's it going, X-Ray?
That is hilarious. How are you today?
Great. How you doing, Liberty Lauren?
This is your live. Hey, everybody. Nice to see you again today. Tammy in the house, Tammy Green, and who was with us yesterday? I remember her.
right, we're
Oh,
serving right
Cody.
Cody,
Cody.
he's in
It's
here.
nice to see you. I'm glad you came.
You too? Yeah, great to see you.
At the next conference.
That's right.
Minnesota Mike's over here. You want to just
Yeah, let's see Mike.
right straight behind us.
Brave, right? Keep standing up, peaceful, nonviolent. That's how we save the country.
Go say hi to Minnesota Mike.
Oh, he's the guy in the hat.
Yeah. He made these awesome shirts there.
Now, you expect to see a funny hat in Texas, but you don't think the funny hat will look like that.
Look at this
in
guy.
Texas.
What's up, brother?
Right?
I was hoping you'd show up, man.
How are you? I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation. What's up? You're the kid down from Colorado.
Tommy Trump.
I know who you are. I know who you are. You came from Colorado.
Tommy Trump.
Tommy. We did a convoy together and we made Biden fall on his face when he went to the Air Force Academy. Right before he fell, we're going up and down 25, laying on the horns, trade horns, looking down in there, and boom, right on his face. I have to think that was us that caused that. Hey, I'm John. How you doing? Good, nice to meet you. Hey, John. Nice to meet you, buddy. Hey, what's up? I'm John. I was just saying, hey to everybody. You came right in. Good. Nice to meet you. I was like, holy shit. I saw all these Trump flags, and I took a picture, and I go, I'm going to send this to Tommy Trump on the way in. I said, I'm going to send it to this guy.
You know I'm in all this shit, man.
How are you doing?
This is my 191st massive Trump.
Where's your hat? I love that hat.
Here's I want to show you this Minnesota Mike shirts he makes. He made for.
We're starting late.
I tell you what.
They
All right.
10 agencies after you're about 5.
They're $20.
Dude, that's
Each
awesome.
shirt's
Look at the way his
20
beard blends into
Let's
it.
make the shirts 30 for Minnesota Mike. Anybody wants to see one of Minnesota Mike?
Super cool. Super cool. I love it. Where you been?
Wait till next year when the beard's down here.
I know. I'm going to grow back.
I decided I'm going to let it go. This is like 2.5 months. I decided to let it go for a year.
Druid beard.
Yeah, me and this guy. Oh man, that's awesome.
Let's see where it gets to in a
Yeah.
year. And we'll see. Maybe
I had
it'll
a-
go farther and maybe I'll take it off. I don't know.
I had a goatee. In
God
New
works
Year's,
in
and I was
mysterious
like, all right, we're just
ways.
gonna show this shit.
I looked over and I seen him. I'm like,
Maybe 6
holy
months and I'll
shit.
have a fucking beard.
Well, I just texted him. I just texted
Yeah.
you what, like maybe 2 months ago.
Last time you had people.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
and I'm like, great freaking job, Tommy. You know, keep
Could
it up.
well, and then I was talking to you about that little bullshit going on in D.C. Remember when you was walking around, that girl was following you and
Oh,
shit?
yeah.
That
I
fucking
do remember.
weird ass. Yeah, I was watching that, man. That's like a
Happens
weird
frequently.
ass.
That's why I
Oh,
just
my
show up
God.
at things like this instead of telling people ahead of time now. A couple people know, and Because if, you know, you saw what happened. We telegraph it, they show up with bricks. We telegraph it, they show up with spray. Freaking go see spray on elderly people, you know?
Hey, are you the kind of
getting
guy?
a shirt?
Who?
This is a Convoy shirt.
Who gave it to you?
Kid Cowboy.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he made these when we were in California.
I like that one.
Sorry, I'm listening to you.
That one, no, that one's cool. I like that one.
That's my pronoun.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah, look at this. This
Sorry,
is.
I saw you.
No. Look at this. This is cool. I saw that. I was like, yeah. He wanted to give me one.
Yeah, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
That's because he wanted to fill my tank.
Well, that's one way or another. That's possible.
Well, with Trump's price of gas, I might just take you up on that.
Well, yeah.
The gas price nowadays.
Yeah, we could do better. You see how fuel prices went down right before Christmas, and then
Well, and the only reason why they're going down is because this asshole is depleting the rest of our fucking reserves. We are getting no oil out of the ground or nothing.
he's buying a lot of oil right now. He
Well, yeah.
sold off that oil, and now he's buying back oil.
Yeah.
As low as possible.
We're in trouble, man.
Yeah, but he's putting in shit oil compared to what he dumped out. He took out way number one crude.
Trump had us.
We were set
forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
And like Trump keeps saying, there is liquid gold under our fucking feet.
That's right.
And we'd rather go with goddamn wind turbine. Man, do you see all these fucking wind farms around here?
Oh, it's just
Jesus
stupid.
Christ.
I took pictures of a couple of them coming down.
I mean, thousands of them fucking things. But Texas, a few years back, Texas had that ice storm, fucking locked them all up. They were out of electricity.
Killed people. Yeah. For days they were shut down.
It is so awesome to see you, dude.
You too.
Hey,
have you met Bruce, by the way? This is my buddy Bruce. Bruce Tommy. Tommy Trucker came out with me and Butch in Colorado.
Tommy Trump Trucker.
That's right, Tommy Trump. And he's got a cool truck that says like Convoy Commander. He's got flags everywhere.
I want to show you my truck. It's out there. Come here. I want to show you.
I'm not going out to the front. They've had all this stuff going on, and I'm not going to go be bait for them. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? That'll be a whole nother fucking shit show.
Well, maybe you'll see me, but I literally.
Well, we're gonna see it.
I did a lot more to my truck.
He's got a really nice truck. Flags everywhere.
And so it was a $75,000 truck. I just made my last payment.
See it, Veterans for Trump?
Veterans for Trump.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cool ass flag.
Good flag, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Ready to go see what we can find?
Yeah,
What
let's
else
go
is
see it.
around here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Hey, you got my number.
Yeah, I'll be right.
I'm probably going to be here for probably about 2 or 3 days. That's probably about what we're thinking. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll see you again. And you got my number. I only got one buddy with me, man. I know.
How's that guy doing who came out with us? That guy who had business. Yeah, Kevin. Right? Yeah, like dark hair.
I asked him to come, but he had to bring a business. I got you. That's the problem with us. We all actually work for a fucking living. It's hard to do this.
Hard to do this. Yes, it is.
But anyway, you got my number. So if you don't see me, then, you know, within a couple hours, give me a call. Say, hey, you son of a bitch. Take care, man.
Everybody home, that's Tommy Trucker right there from Colorado. All right, Tommy Trump. He's a big Trump fan, and he's got big Trump flags all over. He showed up when we did the Joe Biden convoy.
Oh,
when
really?
Biden fell on his face at the Air Force Academy. We were driving up and down I-25.
Oh, really?
Right when it happened.
Yeah. We'll go see everything, yeah.
I thank the Savior because He healed my heart. He changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master. I thank the Savior. I thank the
Oh, she's here to hug me. I just hugged this nice lady. I'm sorry.
You are?
I'm Todd. I'm X-ray. Yeah.
Oh, you're X-ray. Ah.
Nice to meet you.
I was out in Hagerstown.
Oh, cool.
That's why I was
Nice to see
like,
you again.
I'm gonna see. He probably doesn't recognize me, but that's okay. I was always
Same haircut as my mom. You know, you seem likable. We're all right.
I'm a fat phone chick, though.
That's fine with me. How do you think I got this one?
Right? Well, y'all take care. I'll see you around. Thank you.
What's the website?
First Loving. Jay. On YouTube. The Convoy, TOBB, TakeOurBorderBack.com.
TakeOurBorderBack.com.
There's Ben.
Yeah, there
Hey.
he is.
Yes,
How are
sir.
you?
Good, how are you?
Good, Vince. Good to see you, man.
Oh, man,
Good
how
job.
you been?
Yeah, big great. How's your dog doing?
Doing great.
Good job.
7 o'clock, I need you up here on the
Nice to see
stage.
you.
7 o'clock.
You are going to do
How cool is
a
this?
honor to the truck drivers.
This is the,
So I need
this
you to
is
get a hold
the
of-
soup pot that
if
was
you sit
similar
down
to
and sign
Tiger
that
sound
over.
like
Yes.
grew into a meal.
So,
Okay.
yeah, any of the truck drivers have
It
them
is
come up
how I
around
look
here
at it.
7 o'clock and see me.
I will let them
We're
know.
ready
All right,
then,
thanks,
we're ready
Bruce.
now.
Thank you, Ben. You did great. Got us here all live. It was rough. Yeah.
Was it? Was it people coming and brake checking?
No, it was just people don't have the time.
Hey, I'll take one.
And you know, everybody,
Gotta have a sergeant
and it
major.
takes 12 hours to go.
Gotta have a sergeant
6
major.
hours, you know, it's like something, he's trying to press on, but people can't press on. You know,
That's how it happened on our first convoy. And then we learned that shit. Like when we went from California to Hagerstown, we learned all that shit. You know, and we're like, all right, now we're setting speed. Now we have security, all right? Now we're gonna have designated channels and backup channels.
I'll ask you later, but hang on, I'll ask you a question while I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna mute this a minute, it'll only be long. Okay, we're back on the mic.
Yeah,
But I just
all
seen
right,
her. Seen her on here, and I thought,
Yeah, that would be great.
And the wife said, if you ever.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. I was driving out there, you know, to go see my family for Christmas in Virginia, and I was like, what if I just drive to his house? I was like, you know, what if I just show up at Bruce's house with Christmas presents and pies?
You don't
and
have to
shit,
do
you know what I
that.
mean? And I just fucking walk in. I was like, all right, let me give him some. And I came north on 81, and that's when that accident happened. And everything changed. Yeah. You know, everything changed. This is a Marine I saw on the way in.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh! I love your sweatshirt, by the way. I saw it earlier when I was on
Is this
D
Jersey
Street.
J?
What's that?
Jersey J?
No, X-ray.
X-ray, yeah, X-ray. No,
I love your shirt.
I was in the convoy with you guys in Washington, 2022.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the thing. Yeah. Cool, man. Good to see you.
Thank you, Campbell. Appreciate it. Everything a little bit, any little bit. Definitely love. I love it. Yeah, I don't think I would know that. Yeah, 100%. No, I would have already. That's the reason I asked.
Bring her in, baby. Bring her in.
I like your shirt. You see the love of the shirt.
Yeah, but that's who wears.
I don't know if
Who
I
wears
ever
that
met
stuff?
that fella,
Not,
yeah.
not usually. Yeah.
Right.
Not us. I mean, we do, but not us.
Yeah.
We know there's inside
Trader
infiltrate.
Joe's. Look at this gentleman's shirt. That's awesome.
That's a great.
I love it. It's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a great shirt. Trader Joe's. With a picture of the White House.
I love it,
Trader
Joe's.
spelled Trayton.
Old people, young people, everybody.
That's right.
I got
slow down. You gotta get to
And
work.
this crazy lady we met in Little Rock about 2 years ago. Oh boy, everybody tried to avoid her, but now once you get to know that crazy lady, yeah, she's your grandma.
A couple of good convoys.
Yes.
Put it together, and she got a bunch of Americans together.
Oh,
She
man.
got city governments to stand up and
Yeah,
support.
that lady.
We're singing your praises, lady. We're
Okay.
singing your praises, Mona. I said, look what you've done, getting all these Americans together, getting city governments to work together, you know?
Oh yeah.
State
Well, no,
governments,
you see,
safe convoys.
you see, when the chief of police wants to screw with the convoy of honor, he finds himself out of a job.
Did that happen?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And we got a new one.
Fine.
We got a new
See, I'm
chief
in
of
triple
police.
digits. I'm doing awesome.
And
Great,
we got a
thanks
new
to every
mayor.
one of you.
Good.
And,
Yeah.
and I met him on the street.
Yeah.
And I walked up. I said, by the way, are you going to mess with my convoy this year? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You want to keep your job?
Good job, Mona. Oh, that's great. Good job. I love that.
Well, they wanted to. They brought me into a meeting, okay, and said I was going to need $6 million
Security bond. You only needed a $20,000 security bond to be the sheriff. You had to get a $6 million bond for a convoy?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
Anyway, that's what they said. You'll love this.
Yeah.
I said, well, do you have a permit for a stroll? No. I said, that's okay. We won't convoy.
We'll walk it.
stroll.
We'll walk
No,
next
it
to you. That's right, Mona.
It wasn't walking stroll. It was a convoy.
That's right, I know.
Anyway, you have a permit for a stroll? And they said, I was going to have that route. They said, well, you need a permit to have a route.
Yeah.
Do you have a permit for hoot nanny?
Am I free or do I need a permit?
I said, well, I put it, do you have a permit for a hoot nanny?
Yeah.
Catch him, Allie.
I said,
Good.
okay, we won't
Yeah.
have a route. We'll have a permit.
See who I dragged in?
And then one
Someone
thing
can't
they
drag in.
Good.
I said, well, do you have a permit for a tailgate party?
That's right.
And they went, well, no. I said, that's okay. My tailgate's 8 foot wide, 60 feet long.
That's right.
And we had a tailgate party.
Good. Good. Loophole. Gotta find the loopholes.
All 167 in here. Each and every one of you is just as important as the one family site.
That's right. Tell them.
Cody says hi, Grandma Mona.
Hi!
Allie says hello. Allie Moore.
Everybody.
She's on Facebook, but that's all right. That's why everybody's like, you sure you want to do Facebook? I said, yeah, people need to see this on Facebook too.
That's right. They should. This is great. What a thing.
So, the question for all your visionaries, I want to ask you after you're done.
I'm taking a video to send to like my family.
How will they know when you go back live on a different channel? Do you go on your old channel and say it, or you send it out?
I just create new little. We have a strong mycelium, right, of patriots. Mycelium is how mushrooms grow. They colonize everything under the soil, and they regulate the nutrients that go in and out of trees, right? So we're like mycelium, different groups of patriots around the country. They send out their little hi-fi. We connect into bigger groups of patriots. So to answer your question, I'm not always telling people when I create a new channel. Sometimes I just create a new channel to get a whole new section of America to try to wake up a little bit. And sometimes I don't connect them because I don't want that crossover. You guys are already awake.
Yeah.
Why do you guys are already awake?
Yeah.
I gotta get different people. And so I have 4 or 5 different channels right now. Maybe some of you know, maybe you don't. I have 4 or 5 channels and I'm always putting out this Patriot message. Maybe it's like a guitar channel and I slip it in. Maybe it's a computers channel and I slip it in. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a Patriot thing. Maybe it's a survival thing. So I'll tell you about the next one. I'm going to start one for my business, right? The U.S. School of Survival. And it's going to be every module in the book. So I'll be training you guys on like what I teach other people and what I'm going to teach in Israel. So I hope you like it. Better to move me than the lady in the wheelchair, right? So you might not know if I create a new channel, you know, but you might hear about it and it's like a special cool thing. I love you guys. I'm not trying to, right? I'm not trying to like completely ghost on people, but I'm trying to wake up lots of other groups, you know? I'm trying to do that too. So
look for one. There'll be one in the spring, right? I'm gonna have a channel in the spring for U.S. School of Survival. You'll definitely be able to find that. All right, and no disrespect. Just that's how I'm doing my thing. You know, that's all.
You gotta stay low key a little.
I'm waking up different people at different channels in different ways. I mean, some you don't even see my face. You're just seeing videos. You know what I mean? With stuff that comes in under it. So. And I'm also trying to keep some of like, I mean, they censored my YouTube channel. I went from like being able to make a living on YouTube to not being able to buy bread on YouTube. Right after I was arrested in DC for things that have been dismissed now, you know? So I'm not giving them any more opportunity to fuck me illegally.
And you know what? And frankly, it's so important to me that you guys stand up for freedom at home, okay? I've been standing up. Bruce has been standing up, right? A lot of people have been standing up. I want you guys to start live streams, just like you did. You started a live stream. You've got 100 people or whatever on here watching this, hundreds watching this, right? But before you didn't have that. Now you have that power. So if I stayed there and I kept doing it, there's no room for other people to come up. Now there's a lot of room. And hopefully I've motivated you guys to come out and stand up and to do this yourselves in your own communities or online. And if we can get 10, 20, 100 people doing this, and you all touch a couple hundred people a week, we're impacting thousands and thousands of people every day, you know? So I just want you guys to get in the game more. If I back out, there's a vacuum. You guys are gonna go into the power vacuum.
Amen.
It's a multifaceted, like, attack, right? Like non-violent figurative attack. I hope that makes sense. You know, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's pretty intense.
We'll walk back around. See who we find back there. There's a lot of great people here, but
everybody's been great, huh?
Yes.
It's pretty good, and they've done a good job with security.
Yes, security is great here. Awesome. Here and around, you know, even outside the perimeters that we don't even see.
Now, do they have food vendors up front?
I think so. I've seen some food. The place, some church made a lot of food, and they said they're cooking all day.
Dude, look at that paint job.
They was out in DC. Somewhere, I remember they were somewhere along our way.
It's a great paint job.
Selling us.
Yeah, pretty good job. All right, thanks.
Awesome, we will do that. That's what we're about. We like, it's great revival, but yeah, just spreading the truth. Spreading everybody's heart.
I bet we know some of these people.
Oh
who
God.
signed it, you know?
Oh, there you go, look, Tate. I know you're not on here.
I bet Tate signed this thing.
JLR investigation. That's who Tate's been talking down on the border. Who he's been watching.
Front of your truck.
Yes.
While we were having beers with the guy and his lawyer.
It's at home on my wall.
You still have that flag?
I got both their flags. Big old X-ray in the stars.
I want one.
Yeah. He's my idol. That's why I usually sign people's flags when they have them signed. I sign on the stars.
This is General Flynn's challenge point. I got him to pay you. Somebody walked up to me, shook my hand, and said the general wants you to have this. I shook my hand and put it in my hand. Could have been bullshit. Somebody just tried to motivate me.
Yeah, but they did.
But it was
worked.
sure a nice thing.
It
and I
worked.
kept it.
Yeah. And it did work. Made a perfect freedom bomber, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This wheel is just a vessel to send the message of thanks to the men and women of the Army Forces, past, present, and present for all their sacrifice together. Without them, we wouldn't be nowhere.
Stickers all over it too.
Without the past, present, and all military, we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't be worried about the little border issue going on right now.
That's right. Super cool.
We'd be them trying to escape from here a long time ago. Without the past military. Thank you, masters.
Keith, maybe?
Keith.
Like that. for your Marine services to the U.S. Maybe he's a Marine. Maybe he's a Master Sergeant.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're interviewing him, which is good. Cool. Let's give him some space so people can have their shot.
Yeah, I don't want it. Yeah. Back there's some more of the rest.
That's the other thing, like now that you're a producer, right? You're not just a live streamer, you're a producer. So when you see like other people shooting a video, you know, show them a little respect, let them have their shot. You can kind of get it from the side, and the more you do that, people are gonna like, they'll just come over and work with you more. I'm so proud of you, man, for starting this channel, for doing this. I'm so proud of you.
You had a lot to do with it, not even knowing it really. X-Ray can do it, I can do it.
That's right.
And actually, it turned. I won't call a lot of work, but you know, it is a lot of work.
Now you're showing them the porta potty.
Well, I'd have missed him coming out of the restroom, you know.
I know, I turned it right before you know, like you're doing the porta potty. Let's do this.
He's a great guy. I don't know his name.
There you go, we missed it.
I can't remember his name, but I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah. They're all giving thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't even tell you how happy I am to see you in all these pictures, alright? Never stop standing up for freedom in a peaceful, non-violent way, okay? It's fair and appropriate and just. Indeed, I demand it of you. Indeed, the Marines who died on my deployment, like Michael Weston, they demanded of you to stand up for freedom. Sorry to put you on the spot. When you're coming out, what's up? Good job. Nice to meet you. Here, I can go ahead and die. This is the ride back from Rhode Island. Good for you. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, man. We left Sunday. My buddy called me at 2 o'clock. He said, I want to go to the border. I said, I do too. I want to go. I mean, several reasons to come down here. Right? So, I mean,
hope that generator ain't grounding everything out.
The Texas Constitution being you know, hindered by the tyrannical government that we have. You have Biden taking $94 million away from vets to put into, you know, illegal immigrants.
Like $100 billion to Ukraine a couple times. I won't get started, but
right, that too.
Our whole intelligence apparatus.
I don't think
$100 billion.
No,
no, you're right. Keep going.
So my buddy, he called me on Sunday. He was like, "Hey, I want to go to Texas." I'm like, "I do too." I said, "But I got a lot of moving parts to be able to go." I told my wife, I said, "Sam, I want to go to Texas." She's like, "Go." Cool. I said, so I had to call my mother. My mother came down, stepped in to help watch the kids and stuff, and he called me at 2 o'clock. We were on the road at 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
How does the open border affect you and other people from Rhode Island in Rhode Island? What's the impact up there?
Rhode Island, well, you know, policies changing. You know what I mean? Our governor right now, he wants to stop it. He doesn't want to be like Boston, you know, because you see what happens in Massachusetts.
Look at New York. I mean, the sanctuary city overrun. Now they're beating up cops in New York.
Right.
Giving the finger when they get out of jail.
I just saw that, you know. But Boston now, they're allowing immigrants to stay in the airports. You know, we don't want that in Rhode Island. If it's happening in Boston, if it's happening in Connecticut, if it's happening in New York, Rhode Island's crammed right in the middle, and Rhode Island is blue as can be, only because of like 3 or 4 cities that are in Rhode Island. Everybody else that I talk to is like, you know, red-blooded Americans. You know, everybody else is blue. You know, so
set this straight for me. Off-topic question: is it true that Rhode Island got started as a colony because of a religious beef? In Massachusetts, somebody got kicked out, and he like went to Rhode Island and started a colony.
Roger Williams.
I think it was Roger Williams.
That's damn straight. That's how it happened.
Damn straight. That's how it happened. So, what I hear you saying is that the government in Rhode Island, the state government, is observing what's happening in other states that they're adjacent to.
They usually follow.
And they're seeing what's happened in here. Instead of following, they're kind of getting out in front of it and saying, "We're not doing this."
And that's why it's blue. I mean, we're trapped in that little corner, and it's like a lot of people are like, "I want to get out of Rhode Island. Go to Florida, go to Texas, somewhere.
The thing is,
somewhere
you're just going to leave it blue. You know, we need more red to move there.
Right?
But it's hard to vote those people out, like the governor that we have now. the hard part is like the governor that left, Gina Raimondo, is now working for the federal government in some some
corporations, state government,
yeah,
federal government advisors, in and out of the apparatus, right? You're right. Same
So
people.
and she appointed the governor that we had, and then he ended up winning. You know, so it's.
Hopefully you guys hear this. We're close to that generator, but hey,
it's hard to get
things
away
happen
because
where
it's,
things happen.
You know,
I'm
it's the corporation
trying to
It's
block the noise.
corporation
I don't know
that
what's
wants to
helping it.
keep it alive.
Are you seeing like illegal immigrants in Rhode Island who are taking employment away from other citizens, or is that more like
Rhode
is that in
Island,
more rural areas?
I live a little bit off the highway, and 95 obviously main throughway, New York, anywhere south to Boston. So we see a lot of immigrants like jumping off the highway, going into the stores. And, you know, I don't want to say anything about it, but you can tell. You know what I mean? There's a way to come into the United States.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm all for that.
We're a nation of immigrants. Immigration is
I'm
very
all for-
important.
Right.
None of us would be here without immigration.
Somebody had it on their truck. It says immigration good. What is it? Immigration good. Invasion bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're
What do you
being
call it
invaded.
when
We're being
thousands of
invaded.
military-aged males mass on your border and you do nothing? You know, since when have you ever read the Bible? Like the whole book of Jeremiah is how bad the fucking world gets when people come to your borders and they take you over.
Right,
You know,
right.
like literally women boiling their children and then going to the king and being like, she said we would boil her kid today if we boiled my kid yesterday, and she won't do it. You have to fix this. That was the problem they had.
That actually happened
the border
in
was not secure.
Afghanistan. So that's a bad story. But don't remind me of that thing.
Jeremiah, it's right there. It happened. The honor parties happened all across history.
Yeah.
All across history. I mean, when the Romans would conquer like subgroups, they would put the carving. It is improper to boil a skull here, like in their little like caves.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, human corn. I think the Indians called it here. Human corn, they called it.
Really?
I know I got to be up there
Nasty.
on stage.
Nasty.
It's just recognizing the characters and stuff.
Yeah, but we just came from the wall. Check it out.
Yeah.
So it looks like
I mean,
they
you
had
drive
some bad
down.
actors down there because there was one of the walls right before what is it? What do they call it? Bridge 1, Bridge 2, Interstate Bridge 1, Interstate.
I go down from El Paso. And I was on the border the whole
There's
fucking
two
time.
legal-
Looking at
Two
Mexico.
legal points of entry going over the bridge, and right before that, they have all these little side streets that go down, and at one of them, there's a guy like creating a whole ruckus over there. So I wonder if he's somebody that came in to stir up shit just so, you know, the convoy looks bad. You know, we just went down there to look at it, see the border, check it out. They do have some of the gates that they have. They have like a steel piece of like post fence, big heavy post fence, driven that far down to the ground, and they got a big old padlock on the freaking thing, all locked in. So, you know, they're locked. Granted, you have like probably 100 yards before it goes down to the Rio Grande, but that's what they put all the concertina wire on and stuff.
Dude, I mean, 1,500 people in a group walked up to the border line in El Paso, in the fucking city. And they looked at the Border Patrol, and the Border Patrol looked at them, and they just fucking walked in. You know what I mean? But then when you drive the rural frontier of America, there's fucking nothing and nobody. You get to Texas, and it's like, state police, state police, state police, state police, Border Patrol, Border Patrol, Border Patrol. But like, from El Paso down, you are on the border. You go to New Mexico, I went to New Mexico with my livestock, and I watched hundreds of children come across the border, mill about in an open area with no chaperones, no accountability. Random buses come up, the children get on the buses, they take them to school. I stayed there all day and waited. 4 p.m. they come back. They unload hundreds of children, and they just walk across the border. There's no accountability. How many came in, how many go out, where are the parents? They just fucking come in and out.
Well,
in
that's
Mexico.
why they've lost over
Columbus.
100,000 kids, right?
That's where adrenochrome comes from, but we're not
So
going to fucking
now,
talk
now
about it.
you have. So I was talking to
I can't hear him.
No. Get behind me, Satan, is what I said.
Let's just move up here.
Evil.
Let's move up here.
They said there's some pretty bad evil out there.
I don't care.
I believe it.
Leave it out there. We're gonna go up
Whenever
here.
you go out and do good in the world,
Evil
evil
follows.
comes to you. Every action has an equal or opposite reaction.
Here, this is quiet. We continue from here. You want to continue that conversation, or?
It comes up, it goes this far to the right,
Yeah.
and it's swamp.
Oh yeah.
It's all right. That's what we do. We just walk around and getting you stories from everybody
That's right, I
that's
like
here.
that. I like that.
Not just one person's story, everybody's story. That's what we're doing.
You gotta ask people questions and pull it out of them. You know what I mean? We have to document. Like the Library of Congress went around and collected all the old bluegrass songs in Appalachia. We're going around like that, collecting people's stories and songs. So 10 years later, they can say, this is why it happened. This is why. And it's this primary source intelligence, this live data from real people, that the analysts and the professors are going to look at for decades and say, this is why they fucking did it. You know? And we're going to be standing right here smiling at these folks.
I haven't heard. I ain't been asking. I like the total surprise. I think that guy's coming, but I don't know.
Who, Trump? That'd be a thing.
Yeah.
That'd be a thing.
Well, it's all over everywhere, so it probably ain't true. It probably ain't true, you know.
He's got a lot going on right now. He has that big decision to make.
Oh,
you know?
God. Yeah.
Big decision to make.
But,
Who do you think he'll pick? Who would you like to see as
man.
Trump's VP? Hey, how are you?
There's so freaking many. Their list is, Flynn's a great one, but I think Flynn's going to be something else more special than a vice president.
Think he'll be a SecDef?
He'll be up there real high, real high.
He'll be a whisperer. You mean General Michael Flynn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lieutenant General Michael Flynn?
I have a feeling it's going to be a woman. I really
Veterans
do.
love General Flynn.
I just my feeling. I think it's
Because
going to
he
be a
is
woman.
also a resilient patriot.
Just because everybody's trying to portray him as a, I guess woman hater or on that, and he's really not. But there's a lot of good choices. And he knows more of their background and evilness that they've ever done than we'll probably ever know.
Yep.
Well, we'll know eventually, hopefully, but.
Have you looked at anything that Kennedy's doing in his campaign?
No.
He's kind of out there with a sword, just like cutting away at establishment. He's pretty pissed. I mean, think of all of his family members who've been killed for trying to stand up.
Let's
to
go back
this
by the
nonsense.
truckers, see if I can find the truckers. I'm supposed to give them that message to be up there at 7.
Yeah, let's go tell them.
Let's go back this way.
This used to be my town. Now it's your town. Don't tell all the damn truckers. They better have their trucker hats on and their overalls freaking buttoned at 7 o'clock. Cowboy hats on straight.
They got the best view of the house right up there.
Yeah, I like the roof there.
It's awesome.
Very cool.
Everybody back here snacking and resting. And
What are people saying here?
I don't know. I have not heard. Really have not heard. I've just been kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, good. When are you going to go back to Ohio?
Truthfully, hopefully Monday.
Oh, a couple days?
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday. Whenever they find me a load.
Yeah.
Unless we ride and do something.
Oh, do you have a load you're going to pick up and drive back?
It's not scheduled yet. Yeah. I'm going back with the load.
Smart.
Got to recoup some money for the boss.
Yeah, no, that's great. Whose truck is this?
I don't really know him. I've seen him, but...
Whose truck is this? Yeah. What's up, dude? Freaking carne asada in the house. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, man.
How's your family doing?
They're right here.
Cool, nice. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw your wife earlier.
Yeah.
How are you doing, miss? I'm doing very well. Is that appropriate?
Yeah,
hey,
you're fine.
Nice to see you. And I saw you earlier when I was
I know.
talking
I was
to
like, I don't want to interrupt you. You're on a roll.
Dude, are you cooking out here for people?
No.
This is one of the finest convoy chefs you'll ever meet right here. In fact, you got a call sign. That's right.
Carne asada.
Carne asada. You heard that on the convoy on the radio, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. What brought you guys down here? Why did you decide to come here?
Well, I'll tell you this. Both my parents were illegal immigrants.
Okay.
And there's how can I say this? You're gonna have your own feelings about this. I'm gonna have my own because I live my own feelings.
Yeah, of course.
And
that's pure. And right, and good.
So
it's a safe place to talk about that.
I know that when my father came here, nobody was here just handing him out shit.
Yep.
Because I remember my dad used to bust his ass, and he died a U.S. citizen. My mother died naturalized. I forgot the terminology exactly, but
yeah,
whatever. So they came in here and put in work.
I got you.
And then nobody handed them shit. So I'm here mostly because of I have had friends who have died of fentanyl overdoses, and that's scary and crazy.
That's right.
And now I have children.
That's right.
And it just takes one time and they're gone. And that's scary. So that's why I'm here.
So we think about it, the United States launched this like massive war on drugs, right? In like the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah.
And the country that's right next to us, touching our country, where we've sent thousands of agents, drug agents, is now run by drug lords.
Yeah.
And those drugs are now coming into our country.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like the CIA would ever have any.
Yeah, the whole Iran-Contra thing.
They would never do that.
Weapons don't pay for themselves, okay?
No.
Weapons don't pay for themselves.
Yeah. So, and then it was like it is like I said, I do have like it's hard being a child. You know, I'm a child of illegal immigrants, but like my parents came here to better their life, and they did, and here I am because of it. And it's like so it is. I do get torn between, you know, because I don't want to be seen like as like I'm forgetting my roots.
But there's a way
so
to do
you
it.
say you're a second generation American?
No, I
Or you
was
say
the first. I was the
generation?
first.
Okay, because I know they got citizenship.
Yeah, my first. I was born here before they had their citizenship.
So will you tell Bruce's channel, what does it mean to you to be an American?
What it means to me to be an American is to have the freedom to speak my mind.
That's right.
Amen.
And the freedom to roam freely, and the freedom just to do what's best, what I believe is best for me and my family.
That's right.
You know, and not like obviously what's best, with morals. You know, what's best for me is not going to come kick your door in and take your stuff.
Yeah.
You know, no. What's best for me is like to improve my life and teach my children how to be better people than I was, in a sense. You know.
That sounds like America to me.
And that's my America. You know, and that's the America that was instilled in me by my father. You know. I had a very rough upbringing with my father, and so I hated him all my life until he was dead.
Well, so and when we're adults, we look back and we're like,
Yeah.
oh man, he probably had a tough life. He had to leave his country. He
Yeah,
had to come
you
somewhere
realize
totally
the things that
new.
they did or they suffered through, and
Then there's family. And
yeah. So yeah, but that's what America is to me. Is just like the ability just to, like, to sound cliche. It's like to see a dream and work and be able to achieve it. And it's like and obviously if it's given to you, then it's worth this.
That's right.
That's what I tell them all the time.
That's right.
If something's ever given, like if I give you a toy or whatever, it's worthless. But if you go out there and bust your ass and pick up garbage and mow the lawn, or whatever, you're gonna take care of that sucker. You know?
Race Ameritas, this to earn it. It's my family motto.
Yeah. So that's that. So like, and it's just like this. I really, America's. I mean, I've never lived anywhere else, so I can't compare it. But I can't imagine any place better.
Yeah.
What? Thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
Sarah,
you're
get
really
a lot of
articulate. I bet everybody on your channel is loving it. Are they loving it?
Yes, they're loving it.
I bet everybody thinks you're really smart because you're very well spoken. Here's my question for you. So, first generation American, whatever. Leif Erikson here in 1000 AD. That's when my family showed up at first, right? Whatever. Okay. And I think we get along pretty well. I think we see things pretty well.
Yeah.
What can other people who maybe we have some history together, you know,
Yes, we do.
get through some stuff together.
Yeah.
But like maybe there are
Took
other
over
people
a
like
bar
you,
in Sacramento, like what? No.
Yeah.
surround a freaking state building. You know, I'm just saying. For days, take the National Mall for 30 days.
Anyway,
how can we break down some barriers? And what is it that could make like maybe people, right, who look more like you and people who look like me? What can help break down some of those barriers?
just stop
have some
looking for the
communication?
opposites, and because like ultimately, like I'll tell you, like everybody that I know in Mexico, they're conservative because they're like whether you like Catholicism or not, that's the dominant, you know.
Yeah.
There's a Christian, you know. So
People
like
were tortured, raped, and murdered until they believed it.
yeah,
You know, it sinks in.
Yes.
And it's a really good lesson. Jesus is a good lesson.
Yeah.
You know.
And so like
but-
there is like the belief that just because you're not from here and you're not white that you're not conservative I believe that's just like a lie that's been perpetrated on people to divide people, because the reality is that there's nobody more conservative than my father. You know, for real. There's nothing. Yeah. He was all about hard work and he's the government. You know, and just leave me like
limited government overreach.
And just like I just want to raise my family and do better for myself and just leave me the fuck alone. Excuse me for cussing.
No, you're good.
Exactly.
And, but that's just like that
Freedom of
was
speech.
basically my father in a nutshell. And so like this like we're not as different as we're portrayed.
That's
to be.
right.
We're really not.
That's right.
Like, ultimately, it's if you meet a good human being and you meet another good human being, it doesn't really matter. And I won't make up these other fake colors. You know what really upsets me? We used to be purple and green. Well, I don't ever see a purple and green person.
Yeah, the green ones are the aliens. Okay.
You have to throw color on
We
anything.
need
There's
fusion.
something wrong.
So make a better deal with the aliens.
You know, so it's just like we're all just human, and
that's right.
For the most part, those of us we're just trying to make a better life for ourselves and raise our families. You know?
That's right.
And so like just to look for the common ground.
Yep.
As opposed to just like all these things that are dividing us.
That's right.
Because like, remember on the back of the car it said like left wing, right wing.
Yeah.
Bird can't fly with only one wing.
That's right. Dude, well said. Well said. You
Yeah.
know what another thing is I think that can really bring people together? food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think
I'm
that's
telling you,
like
yeah,
right. No, but like seriously, you calm people down. You're releasing endorphins and dopamine. You're having conversations like, oh, we both like this, you know, and
the ability to listen.
Listen.
That's like a huge ability. Like, it's the people underrate that ability to just be able to listen to someone else and through their anger and just pick out the parts of what they're really trying to say. Because like not everybody's articulate. Not everybody can express themselves in the way that they want to, because whatever their upbringing was, or just that's if they were raised in violence or not, or just like So you have to just take the time and dig a little deeper. Like, what are you actually saying to me? What do you mean by that? You know,
dude, you're brilliant.
Thank you.
You are brilliant.
You make me blush.
No, I'm serious, dude. This is a big deal.
No, but yeah, that's for real. It's that ability to just go that extra step into that center, like where you're like a little bit of fear, because with fear comes anger, you know. Sure. And so like if you're saying something that I don't completely agree with, I might just get mad and blow you up. Sure. I'm not going to
defense mechanism.
Yeah, but if you just go past that just a little bit more, just dig a little bit deeper, then you're going to probably find some common ground with good people. And if you're not a good person, well, fuck you anyway.
Yeah, fuck off. Right? Yeah. Fuck off.
Anyway, I've said enough. It's good to see you, my friend.
Do you have any kind of social media channels you can tell these people about?
I don't.
You're just the true pure in the world. You're just doing this?
Okay,
so you're on TikTok.
Everybody tells me,
let's
hey,
shout them out.
Everybody should tell me, hey, you should go do this and talk. But I was just
TikTok,
like,
just get it.
I just
I can't remember the name of it though.
who I am.
I'm never hardly ever on it. What is it? I don't know what it is. I have to look. I'll get back to you on that.
You gotta break down barriers.
Yeah, that is.
People's hearts and minds. You know, when they see just like normal people hanging out.
It would be
oh,
funny.
this is okay for them.
It would be funny because, like, on the convoy, they call them white supremacists. Hey, this is my family right here.
Yeah.
Come here, Lola.
What a beautiful family. What an awesome family.
She's all like 5 foot taller than me.
Like, kids, we're running all over the place. Give us a break. We're getting our energy out.
Yeah, that's funny though. But for sure, just like calm down and just listen to what else someone is saying, and just try to figure out what they're trying to say. Because not everybody has the ability just to say it. Anyway,
I'm like, go talk to him. He can talk better than me.
All right. Really well said. Yeah. Thank you, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later, man.
It's really good to see you again.
It's good to see you.
Yes, definitely.
These are good people. These are good Americans right here. All right? Yeah. And how many of you, Bruce's friends, how many of you have talked to a first-generation American? Like, at all? And then how many of you have talked about this stuff with the first-generation American? Did you hear how he described what he thinks America is?
Yep.
You agree with that? Just saying, we're breaking down barriers.
We're doing something right. I'm up to 176. I'm
176 people?
I get this like in red light special. Everybody does that. G's and after dark, I get the red light special sitting in the truck.
I didn't even have to take my shirt off, and you have all those people on there.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cool?
Who we got back here? I don't know these. A little bit, yeah. The ones that was with us all the long way. It was just me and Craig.
Yeah.
For the most, there he is. There by that dog. He was out in D.C., Hagerstown.
On the right?
Yeah. That's his, just like me, that's his boss's stuff. You need to be, James Justice, Sheriff James Justice, for Governor of New Mexico. He's a great guy, I think. The guy in the blue hat. Seems like a great guy. He's riding with Craig.
I met one of the guys. I had some people come out here running rocks in Colorado.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Craig. You know this guy?
Yeah, great to see you.
Hey, I was told to tell you it's 7 o'clock up on the stage.
Me?
All truckers, yeah, you're a trucker.
I didn't know I was still going to be here at 7 o'clock, but okay.
It's going to be hard to get out. It's going to be hard to get out, ain't it?
No.
Okay. Don't move. Hopefully you're still here.
Part the seas and...
I hope you're still here.
What are you going to do at 7 o'clock? I guess I'm guest speaking.
No, we ain't speaking.
No, they don't allow us to speak.
What are you going to do? The truckers are supposed to be on the stage at 7 o'clock.
You're supposed to go stand on stage.
Something or other, yeah.
No, you'd be our hero.
Okay.
So they can embarrass us, make our faces turn red. And
tens of thousands.
I don't know. I did it out. It was awesome.
Thank
It's
you.
really an awesome feeling. I did it out in L.A. to defend the Band-Aids rally. I was up on stage, and it's just way huger than this, but yeah.
Okay. But that's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
Dodging freaking dump trucks and stuff. You know? What are you gonna do?
This is Craig's ride that he's been riding in. I'm sure I've told you guys many a times throughout the journey. He has a great boss, evidently, because that's what his boss has for him to take out and do this kind of stuff.
And my boss
Then we're back
called me
to
and
X-Ray
said,
and
"You wanna go to
Craig.
Texas? What do you want now? Like beer or steak? 'Cause, you know, big money guy."
Eastbound down.
And we are live.
We are live.
We are
Morning.
live.
He's like, careful what you say about what your
Yeah.
boss wants you to
Say
truck
what you
back.
want, yeah. Say what
You're
you
free.
want, it's
But you're
free.
free to get your boss in trouble too.
Yeah.
Oh, they done send emails to my boss. You know, it's all over my trailer. I mean,
Yeah.
they only got 2.
What's the
We're not-
Golden Hawk rack?
What do you mean?
What's the Golden Hawk?
Golden Hawk's the name of the trucking outfit.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
That's the name of that's Jake's dad.
That's his dad.
That's Jake's dad.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because all the other trucks I'd just seen.
Great
he
Patriot,
named
just
it
same
after
as
his
Jake.
son. Yeah, Jake. Cool. It's beautiful.
And that's the trailer they designed after me.
Really?
Yeah, for me, kind of. They're doing 5 right now.
No way.
Yeah.
Because you're a super trucker who was in the Rolling Stone magazine.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, they got tired of trailers, so I quit buying flags.
I went to visit.
That's
you.
just a wrap. That's not the black. That's just a printing on it.
Bruce
you know
was
what I mean?
at work, and I went to visit him at work while he's using his semi truck, and he's got flags on the semi truck, and I'm like, this guy's still down. You know, I still have my flag. I have a trifold flag in the front, you know, and a smaller clipped in.
Flags get
Always.
expensive. They don't last very long.
That's true.
Yeah.
I fight on the inside
You
down.
were in the
Yeah.
People's Convoy?
Yeah,
That's right. He led it
I was your pilot car.
the whole way.
Over and then back and then over.
With which convoy? With
Browse-
Mike?
Mike
And that
Yeah,
came
Mike
out of
Landis.
California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you got to Hagerstown,
I was
that
like
all-
advanced party when we came from California, so I took a group with like, we had a preacher who hunts mountain lions, you know, from Idaho, and a couple other people. John Padula was his name. John Padula is a fine American pastor, lion killer. And we would run ahead of you, like, you know, half a day ahead. And we would set up the landing. I would bring you in and park everybody. I would send people out.
Okay.
Then once
And
we
after
got to
that,
DC, then he kind of, well, we ran a lot of
yeah.
side missions.
While
in
we were
with-
running DC every day, ripping up the side streets, going past the embassies, throwing leaflets, shutting down DuPont Circle, like circling the White House and putting it in park every day with like 13 vehicles, semi-trucks and four-wheelers. Every day we did this.
Oh, you took bobtails down there?
Oh, yeah. Like through ambassadors
I was
was out.
asking to go.
Oh, yeah.
I just had a
Mike
little
said,
small
We
team.
don't want to do anything.
Oh, no.
So that's what Mike kept saying. And I was like, yeah, you guys just run the distraction. I'm going to run the special ops. You just
Okay.
run your
It wasn't-
distraction,
it wasn't
and
really
I will get the message out
publicized.
in the city.
Oh,
I will
no,
get
it
the
is secret.
message out.
And
Nobody
that's the
knew
only
a
thing I
thing,
do
yeah.
regret. I said it. The only thing I do regret.
Should have live.
There was no live.
Should have live streamed
Right.
all that
But
shit.
but
I ran over 3
we
people.
was not
Wow.
live streamers then.
We weren't streamers. We were just people.
We was doing our thing. We were trying to wake up DC.
That's right.
If we'd have been live streaming, you guys would have seen it all. That's like.
We showed him plenty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have been pretty cool.
And he's the type. Taco Joe one time tried to follow us, but he wouldn't in his live stream until we got to a safe spot or got to where we wanted to get in.
And I didn't know
that
him
was
at
the
the
key.
time.
Yeah.
I was just like, there's somebody following
But-
me. He's putting my location out. They're going to be waiting for me. I'm going to be unsuccessful.
It was so he was so serious. Everybody had to shut the phones off until the word came out on the radio. Turn your phones back on now.
Well, the whole
So-
convoy
so
over
there's
when
no-
Joe was there, and I
no-
was like,
no
I'm going to
live
put a
streaming
tarp
in.
over your windshield, and I'm going to flatten your tires if you don't stay back. I was like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm going to put the tarp over the windshield so you can't show that I'm doing this, and then we're going to flatten your tires, and you're just going to sit here. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but you need to give us space to be
And
successful.
all he had to do was end his life.
Yeah.
And wait to a certain point, then he could have come back.
And
home.
so we had a little bad blood at first, but that I'm a first responder. He's first responder media. I'm like, you're getting paid on this shit. You know, we're wiping blood off our hands and not sleeping at night. And you're
Right.
So at first I was pissed, but then I met the guy and I was like, he's doing a good job.
He's doing-
You know what I mean? And I respect him a lot. I think he has a good channel, and I definitely respect Taco Joe a lot. But
I'd like
sometimes
to
I have to work
reconnect
through
with
it with
Mike.
people. You know,
I'd like to talk to him.
you're not. Well, you pass him, depending on how you go from. You're from Florida to Chicago. It depends on how
he's
you
up
go.
in what, Pennsylvania?
Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I swear I thought I saw his truck. You know, I drive a lot. Mike Landis.
Oh.
I thought I saw his truck, and I pulled up on this fucking
I
cab
like
over,
Mike
and I'm like, BAM! And I look over, and some guy in a cowboy hat looks down, and I was like,
Hi,
the hell's wrong with you, driver? Why don't you Mike Landis driving this whole cab over? Yeah. I think I saw Brian, because I'll stop in some of those places where the convoy stopped, like on the way over.
Oh, I
You know,
try
when I'm
to.
driving,
Yeah.
I'll go to those restaurants and things.
Trying to support them.
And man, I swear I saw a guy that looked just like Brian Brazzi, but he had a big fucking cowboy hat on. And when I looked at him, he looked at me and he put his head down and kind of went around, and I was like, it might have been Brian, and he was embarrassed that I saw him in a hat, because he's not a cowboy hat guy, you know? Maybe it wasn't. I feel like he would have said something, but it was a doppelganger, no doubt.
I saw her yesterday.
It's like a few people only knew what I've done in the parking lot.
How are you? Good. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Fauci's house? Yeah, I was with him when we went to Fauci's house.
That's true. We did go to Fauci's house.
His institute, I can't think of the 3-letter.
National Institute of Health.
I was with
We went
him.
there. We threw out
all his books.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wrote the real Anthony Fauci, and
we threw them out in his neighborhood.
The F. Fauci book, essentially. Do you hear what he's saying now? People are asking Fauci, they're like, hey, how did this whole thing come to happen, right? The lockdowns, everything, the social distancing.
Really?
He goes, it just sort of happened. It just sort of happened. You're in freaking charge.
And a 4-year plan.
It just sort of happened.
It just sort of happened when it happened,
Get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Let me say hey to these folks.
Yeah. I seen her husband over here.
I just wanted to come and say hello to you guys.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
Texas has done such a good job.
Yes.
Such a good job. So hats off to Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
What have y'all been doing? Have you been doing Patriot stuff?
I wrote a book, man.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
3 chapters.
Listen.
3 chapters are dedicated to the People's Convoy.
Really? What's the book about? What do you discuss?
The last 4 years of my life.
Let me go get it.
Okay. So I was working for the Department of the Army as a Department of the Army civilian Inspector General at USARPAC, United States Army Pacific, in Hawaii.
What were you inspecting?
Well, I mean, it was just the IG. So, you know, the IG, you being former Marine, or you guys are never former, right? Once a Marine, always a Marine?
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
So, you know, as the Inspector General, you know, we're the fair and impartial fact finders of any type of investigations that might come upon the command, right? So we also do inspections and just give assistance to soldiers who think they've been wronged, but a lot of times we'll get the regulations out and we'll show them how they weren't wrong, that, you know, their leaders.
Perception.
Absolutely. So after the election, you know, the mandate came out, and I already knew about that shot being poisonous, and I wasn't taking it. So I had been geographically separated from my wife for almost 10 years due to necessary work. You know, so this is all after I retired from the Army. I spent 5 years in Afghanistan advising the Afghan Army, and then I got hired on to be Department of the Army Civilian Inspector General.
What do you think about how he left Afghanistan? President Biden's policy choices.
Oh, awful! Absolutely awful. And I lived and worked at that airport, at Kabul Airport.
That's what I'm saying, because you invested blood, sweat, tears, people's lives in this, right? So, and that was horrible how we did the Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
And we had to launch Operation Pineapple Express, which I supported.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that.
A friend of mine was a part of that, the Operation Pineapple Express. So this book covers.
We gotta hit the policy stuff too, you know. We have to tell everybody at home why we're here, so they know.
So this book here is about the last 4 years of my life, starting with the lockdown, and being in Hawaii. The lockdown was like it was being in a communist state. You know, I mean, I couldn't hike, I couldn't go to the beach, I couldn't go to the gym to work out. I used to be in good shape. The lockdowns and everything that happened after that really
pushed a sedentary lifestyle on people who are otherwise active.
Right, and really brought me to my knees.
Yep.
So I wound up before finding out that I had to get the shot. You know, I divorced my wife of 27 years because COVID was the last straw. Well, actually, the election was the last straw. There was a lot of shenanigans in the election, and I told my wife, and my wife didn't want to hear it. You know, it's like, eye rolling and
Well,
all that
Jesus
stuff.
says that, right? I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Father against son, mother against daughter, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law.
Yes.
And what that means is like there are some tough conversations
Yes.
that are going to come into your house because of me.
Yes.
Right? It's the same thing
Yes.
with COVID. And it can rip houses apart.
Right.
But it can bring other houses together.
Right. And so after all this happened and I left Hawaii, it was only 3 months later when I joined the convoy. And I don't know if you remember, sometimes you saw me and I was kind of by myself and not talking. It was because, it was such an emotional wreck. I loved being a part of the convoy. It made me free, more free than I had ever been. But there were times where I just wanted to hide.
It provided a framework for freedom that was very public. It didn't allow one to really withdraw and have that reflective analysis, right?
Yes.
That after the fact analysis, which is retrospective analysis, which is how adults learn, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And processing through really serious things that have been 10 years coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just over the last couple of months, I was living and working in a buddy's house with his mom, working in a factory just to make enough money.
Yeah.
And I did that for a year. And once that was over, I went and I wrote this book, and I did this through the Holy Spirit.
Good. That's what I said when I wrote it. I said God wrote it.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah,
Absolutely.
You're just an antenna.
It only took just a little over 2 months to write.
Yeah.
I did take a lot of days break because it was difficult reliving the experience.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you have to work through all that trauma. That's natural.
And absolutely. And I will tell you, it's the best thing I could ever do. I'm now touring the country, promoting this book. Good. And I'm writing a new book based on my experiences. So this will be chapter 2. I was up in New Hampshire. I went to 4 Trump rallies. Met Carrie Lake.
Nice.
I didn't have the book then. I only had flyers. So I passed the flyer to Carrie. I passed one to Corey Lewandowski.
Yeah, nice.
And I was passing them out there. So I just want to get the word out because not only is it about my struggles, but it's about resiliency.
That's right. That's right.
And this is like an everyman story.
That's right.
Right here.
Good job.
And I don't want to make a bunch of money. I just want to have enough to live so I can promote this book. And if I do make money, I already am going to donate some to a friend's foundation because her husband was killed during the 2020 riots in St. Louis. Captain David Dorn. I don't know if you heard of Captain David Dorn, but his widow Ann is a friend of mine, and she started a foundation for first responders. And some of my money will go to that. But if there's something else I need to donate to, I'll donate to that as well. I just want to have a little bit so I can at least enjoy some life. These past few years have been difficult.
Yeah.
But
I hear that.
I know he's there.
That's right. So check it out, guys. Faith over fear. Michael.
Yeah. That's right.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Good to see you again. Well said. Thank you for your service, of course.
Same to you, brother.
This is
and I
a
know
Hillbilly channel. Just
Dude,
so
look at
we're
this.
not professionals.
Look at his
I mean,
microphone stand. I was about to
it's like-
compliment that. Good job. Really good job.
That is a good job. That's called
Yeah,
doing
absolutely.
it. Okay, now,
Improvising.
okay, I'm making a plug.
So impressive.
Go for
Please,
it.
yeah.
I'm making a
Or this is
plug.
your channel, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
these are good people. We know these people.
Yes, yes. We were on the last convoy, and I'm so proud of our congressman that our congressman in our area came here, and he's the only one from DC to be here to stand up. Yes, he is here.
Awesome.
I've already seen him, hugged him.
Awesome.
He's had some interviews, but
I don't
I'd like for you all.
I thought he was coming. I didn't say a word till he was here.
Yes, I would like X-Ray to
Meet him? Yeah.
meet him.
I'd like to be the license.
Yes, I would. And if he would do that, because
Yes, I'm sure he
you know,
will.
he mentioned the last convoy. He's the only person that has mentioned that convoy that I can tell that would be out there. And they put him on our global walkout network also, so he made it globally to say that this is an important convoy. We're doing it peacefully, and if anyone can hear, it's all in the spirit of the Lord, and yes, and it's awesome. And we just want I just want X-Ray to meet him and see what he has to say, because he is a patriot, Christian, veteran, paratrooper, and he's the one of the ones that held out, in DC to not to get our House representative in there. Okay, so Speaker of the House. So he is very much needful in DC at this point. So I want X-Ray to interview him, and he's over here talking to my husband. But anyway, this is very important to all the moms. This child trafficking,
As long as X-Ray's on board, your governor,
yes,
or the guys on board,
yes.
we'll let's turn over here.
Yeah.
Is it Abbott like WEF though?
We got some deep conversation I've been hearing on the side.
Yeah.
It's WEF and Abbott, but otherwise Abbott seems pretty awesome. Like,
yeah.
X-Ray,
he's going to get he's going to get off the live stream, but I've already told your partner here we need to interview Congressman Self. He's here.
Oh, cool.
And he has went on the global network with his message. He also mentioned our convoy, which I've never heard anyone mention before.
Yep.
And he's also going to,
that'd be great.
One that's representing here.
You think about our convoy. We were saying things, and people were like, "Look at these, rebellious insurrectionists. They're crazy." And now, Federal Judge Terry Doughty issues an injunction saying exactly what we said. Right? We're seeing the House Oversight, the House Judiciary Committee, and the Weaponization of Government Committee all say the same words that we said. You know what I mean? It just took 2 years, but they're saying the same words.
Right.
And so, if we're 2 years ahead of the people who have, tens of thousands of years of Ivy League education aggregated,
like
what's going to
President
happen
Trump,
next year?
Like President Trump said, it's just common sense.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Our
you need
borders.
a businessman
That's your
or
first,
woman to run business rules on government.
Right.
They won't know what to do.
And it's their first obligation to our country to close our borders.
Yeah, if you don't think the border is important, read the book of Jeremiah in your Bible.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't think having a good border is important? Read that book.
Well,
do you lock your doors when you go to work, or do you leave them open? Come on in.
Yeah, why is there a fence around the White House if we don't need a fence around the country?
Right.
Why is there a fence around a military base if we don't need a fence around the country? Why is there a fence around a preschool if there's not a fence around the country? Why do we want to protect some of these things and not the others? Right? Why is every branch of the military missing their recruitment goals except the Marine Corps? Like Navy missed by 25%. People are not joining the military, okay? Why are people not reproducing? If you look who's in schools, right? It's not the majority of the population. Let's put it that way.
Right.
They're not reproducing. So why are people not producing, not working in healthcare, and not joining the military? Because something's freaking broken. All right? And what the White House is saying, they're censoring any talk about this, right? And this is what Federal Judge Terry Doughty said in his July 4th, 2023 injunction from the Federal Court of Louisiana. But what they're doing is there's a massive arterial bleed coming out of Lady Liberty's arm. And Joe Biden's like, "Oh, Pearl, we're going to put some makeup on that, That's what Joe Biden sounds like, Because he's in a cartel. So Joe Biden says, we're going to put some makeup on this and nobody will know we're fucking bleeding arterially, And these Americans are like, actually, we just have like traumatic laceration to the artery, to the radial artery. And all we need to do is perform a minor surgery to breathe the wound. We'll stitch it back up. We'll give you some fluids and you're going to be fine. Instead of doing the medical procedure, we're like, fucking more makeup. Twitter makeup, Facebook makeup, YouTube makeup. You know what I mean? And until we say, oh, we have an arterial bleed, put a tourniquet on, deal with the fucking bleed, our country's going to be in a bad spot. Nobody's going to join the military. Nobody's going to work in healthcare. Nobody's going to have babies.
That's a good analogy of the.
That's how I put the data together.
All right.
I know I don't tell people to join the military anymore. I used to all the time.
And that's what the military is saying. The number one feeder into the military was veterans and veterans families. But now veterans are like, you're going to get PTSD, you're going to get shit fucking health care, you know what I mean? You're going to break your leg and they're going to stick you with the bill for the rest of your life. You're going to lose all the freedom you stand up to fight for, don't do it.
And then you get more of them shots.
That's it. And my family's fought in all wars, right? Like since before we were a country, since Erickson fucking landed here. It's my ancestor, right? But anyway, the 17s and all that shit, the 1600s and all that shit. But since 1000 fucking AD, we fought for this land. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I'm just saying.
I'm just
documented family history. It's ridiculous what you're doing to my country, Joe Biden.
Well, and not only that, we're in a children's ranch.
That's right.
Just think about it. think about all the moms. You know, you have a mom. You wouldn't be here for a mom.
That's right.
Oh,
I have a great
moms are
mom. Mom, I love you. Now that you watch
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she don't know
You're
my
right.
You
channel.
have to clean up your language a little bit.
But she
I've
might.
been good
Be more
today.
respectful.
I've been good today.
But anyway, getting back to the
He's a
point,
Marine, and that's
child
acceptable.
Yeah,
for a
It's
Marine.
hard to, yeah.
I have
I
the
mean,
same.
It's the worst thing in the world. It's the most disgusting thing in the
Yeah,
world.
8-year-old, 63 DNAs. And that's one of thousands of children.
I mean, I'm not even
And
thinking about it.
Just the other day, Tom Horton, which will be over President Trump's border security, he said, I've got millions of stories, but the one that just killed me, this couple was coming across with their 2-year-old.
Either that or.
And they would not let them cross until the coyote or whoever it was had the 2-year-old. I mean, how sick and deranged.
I went to the border in New Mexico at Columbus, and I watched literally hundreds of children come across the border and then mill about in an open area by a Family Dollar with no adults, no checkoff, nothing.
No.
Hundreds of children came across the border in the dark of the morning. They mill
Dark of the
about,
morning.
okay? Then random unmarked buses come in. They get on the buses and they drive away.
Right.
I waited all day. They come back at 4 p.m. The buses let them off, and the children just fucking mill across the border. No one has accountability for how many there are. No one gives them to another adult. No adult assumes responsibility. They allow a child to make an adult decision to cross a border, and they release them to the United States. I have it all on video, and it happens at Columbus border crossing.
Yeah, that's right.
We're just talking about you guys.
No way.
I said I met a badass preacher who hunts cougars, and he's got some friends who I like too.
Yeah, this one better.
It is. Of course it is. But that's my point.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
I think we're making the same point.
Yes.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Texas.
And I like your way, your analogy of putting it. But you know, for all the people, you know, you might need to bleep.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah, okay.
no,
I'll
that's
bleep
okay.
it.
That's
Yep.
okay.
Arterial
because, I mean,
bleed. Makeup on an arterial bleed.
We've gotten to the point, you know, I used to not just like that ever.
Yeah.
But you know what? I know people, you know, because I'm a believer and I try to keep
People
the
in
language.
higher socioeconomic status won't listen to it, but people in lower socioeconomic status will open their ears.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go up.
Yeah, that's right. I got 3 of them. It's gonna be great.
I look like an idiot, both of them. All 3, I look like an idiot.
I have a lot of pictures
out.
and I look like an idiot, everyone. And then when I listen to myself, definitely sound like a moron.
Yeah.
We're just about analysts. What's up? I'm John. I'm Bo. Yeah, nice to meet you, man.
But yeah, I start to listen to myself, and I'm like, look at myself.
As long as you're getting a good message out and people hear it, doesn't matter what you sound like. You know? I still have it. Yeah. I still have it 100%. I show
Who
it
are
in my
you?
classes.
I'm
My
Bruce
bushcraft class. That's it.
Truck driver.
But you definitely still have it.
Bruce.
Thank Bruce. Yeah, that's what
Oh,
we're
you're
doing.
the Golden Hawk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah, I
it.
got
Yeah.
What's the name of your channel?
Just Bruce Leving.
Bruce Leving?
Pretty simple.
Cool.
Straightforward.
That is a badass field expedient microphone boom right here. This is the hillbilly boom, and it just sort of sits over the top. You know, we do a clap.
I like this thing.
Yeah,
That thing's nice.
you know.
A little cheapy.
That's where it's at.
I just started like 4 or 5 days, about a week ago.
You're like right with me.
Yeah.
I started the Thursday of the last week.
Yeah, it's about.
Not the last Thursday, but
Yeah.
the one before it.
It's a great way to get the message out.
Yeah, I just came down to the Shelby Park and Eagle Pass. Am I in the view? To see what was going on down there because I heard all the stories in the media. I mean, just what I heard just didn't sound real.
Yeah.
So I live in Texas up by Killeen. So I was like, I'm 4.5 hours away. Why would I not just drive down there and show my friends a view of what this is? So I went on live on TikTok. Yeah. And I had quite a few people watching. Then the next day I went and did it again. I planned on staying for 4 days, which would have been till like Monday, right? The next day I went live. I had 3,000 people
people watching.
Wow. I had 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And I got 3,000 people watching.
Good.
My account now
Awesome.
has 11,000 followers.
Good.
I got 4,000 in one day.
Good. Isn't it awesome?
And then TikTok shut me down because
yeah.
you've been with. I met you at Dripping Springs.
Yeah.
The message at Dripping Springs was misinformation. TikTok shut down my account. So last night,
You was interviewing me and took out the
Jesus.
I had the flag last night.
No, last night. So last night I fired up YouTube. I'd been since I knew about how TikTok was.
Boots finally made it.
Great.
You remember Boots?
Yeah. But people were telling me about TikTok. You need a backup account and other forums. So I started getting people to go to check other stuff out, so I could go live on YouTube and stuff. And then I learned through this group here about the Prism.
Yeah.
So last night I went live on YouTube for the first time, and there's a Tommy Tantrum.
Yeah.
You all know who that is? He broadcasts my channel.
Tommy Temper already.
Tommy
Yeah.
Temper. He broadcasts my. I've been live 2 times. They were both yesterday. I went to Shelby Park.
He's just restreaming all
He
this.
restreamed me, so then I got this following, which
I told you.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's people. So
Well, here's
people,
the thing, right? It's like a huge gift, right? And it comes from this mycelium. All the people are under, in the earth, right? And we have our feelings, and we have these things we talk about. And then we come to an event like this, and that's like the growth that pops up. Your channel is the growth, like the mushroom growing out of the mycelium. You're popping up.
Yeah.
And you have the opportunity to drop all these fucking spores now, right? And create a lot more fruit that pops up.
So, yeah.
So you have a massive gift. And every word out of your mouth is going to influence thousands of people.
Well,
all
I'm
right?
not trying
Just
to send
make
a
sure
message.
you use it for good.
I'm
You
not
don't have
trying
a
to send a
choice now.
message so much as to show everybody what's real.
Yeah.
I want
That is a
everybody
message.
Well,
That's
no,
true.
I know, but I'm saying my personal message.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to direct you
Just
somewhere.
showing you.
I want you to see what's here. And what I see here has just been totally different than what. So first of all, it was the Shelby Park, right? That was wrong. What I was told by friends and what I did a little bit of research, not a lot, but it was all wrong.
All wrong.
And then once I got there, I heard about this convoy. I'm like, okay, well, let's see about that. And I started looking at it. It says 700,000 trucks. And I'm like, are there even that many? That's a big number, right?
Yeah, it's a large number.
Now,
Crazy.
so
It's just a dog whistle to get the heat in here to watch us.
there's a bunch of lies.
Bunch
So
of
then
fake
I was
media.
like, well, let's go. I was thinking I'll wait here. Since I was already down here, I'll wait here for the convoy to get here. And then I thought, well, what more fun than to actually go to where the convoy is and experience it and get to document that and show people what it's really like.
That's right.
That way you
Convoy
don't
is
have to
awesome.
listen to what somebody says.
You can
You
see
can
it.
see it for yourself.
And
All
you
of
know,
the live streamers are getting massive views.
all of us, almost, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of us were Patriot family and it was from the convoy. I'd never known him without a convoy.
That's right.
And standing up. I wouldn't know
Well,
Jay Jones,
I'm new here, so people are afraid I'm a fed or something.
They all,
I say hello.
if you
I
are,
already did on the channel.
have fun, do
I'm
your
not,
thing.
on my channel, I've doxed myself already because I have a personal story that my whole mission is to tell a personal story. And to tell that personal story, you have to know who I am. So from the beginning, I've just told everybody who I am. This is who I am. I've got nothing to hide because for you to know my personal story, you're going to have to know me.
You.
And my personal story is documented. It's in the news, print, and all this stuff. So just to say, hey, go put my name and Google it, and you'll find the news story. I have a big story to tell about that specific event. Cool. So yeah, but it's funny how everybody's. I mean, I'm starting to feel kind of some type of way because everybody else feels some type of way. But this is like the most organic way of learning that you could ever imagine. And I'm literally coming along and learning every second. And because maybe I don't know you or you, doesn't mean I'm your enemy.
No.
I'm learning, and the saying that I love.
You already said where you're from. I already got you covered.
The saying that I love that I learned not long ago is that we're neither friend nor foe. We're all teachers.
Now, there are a lot of enemies in the world. Anyone who rapes children is my enemy, and I'll kill them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fucking evil in the world and corruption. Well, I hear what you're saying, but it is not a happy fucking world.
Well, here's
It's
the
a
thing,
terrible
though.
fucking
Here's
world.
the thing, though. Those people have been taught wrong. Okay, so somewhere along the way they needed a teacher and they didn't have one. So we all have to be teachers so that we can change that.
In every interaction, we're teaching or we're learning.
Yes. And that's what we need to focus on is like instead of some sort of hate or whatever, we want to let people know like, hey, we're here to work together for a greater good.
Yeah, tell that to Joe Biden and ask him why he didn't have a border policy for 2 years.
Yeah. Well,
ask him why his son's doing $30,000 worth of hookers in 5 months.
And
you know what I
now
mean?
he has
Ask him why the federal judge says he can't shut down our YouTube channels anymore.
And whenever Abbott took
I hear you.
over,
It's all happy until it's not.
When Abbott took over Shelby Park, then you got Biden come in and he says, "I'll shut the border down today." But it's not a clear-cut border bill.
Biden's a fucking pussy. He won't do anything.
He puts stuff in that bill intentionally to make sure that the Republicans wouldn't agree.
He told the Senate to do it. He could do an executive order and it could be done today. You know? He could just issue an executive order. It's all well, we're all the pawns in it. We are. Everybody here who came here and is trying to do something.
There's Bruce.
Oh
my gosh, hang on, guys. Look, there he is. There's X-Ray. Y'all were asking where X-Ray was. There's X-Ray,
everybody? How are you guys?
There he is. Everybody's like, have you seen him? I'm like, yeah, I saw him, but I didn't have my phone on earlier. It's good to see you again. It's been a while.
Miss Moose is the first
Yeah, we
person
got
to help me
25
in Hagerstown.
countries up in here, guys. 25 countries.
Wow, 25. Wow.
Yes, 25 countries, and we're being restreamed all over the place.
Wow.
So lots of beautiful.
That's amazing.
Those of you who live in communist dictatorships, how would you compare and contrast the policies or the lack of policies of President Biden? You know, the communist dictatorships, like take federal Judge Terry Doughty's ruling on July 4th, 2023, saying the Biden administration can no longer go to social media companies with armed freaking weapons, armed with weapons, and say, hey, you better delete conservative posts. You better spread liberal posts. Commie. Biden's a communist.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? These people come across the border.
Guys, we are streaming in Israel right now.
Oh.
We're streaming in Israel. Oh my God.
אני מבין קצת עברית.
סליחה.
סליחה.
I cannot right now.
Right? I thought maybe, yeah, shalom is right. I'm going to Israel in a couple months, actually. I'm going to go teach in the kibbutzim.
This is wonderful, guys.
Ask your Israel person if they'll help host us. I'm taking a deployment to Israel in a couple months to teach.
I'm sure they're restreaming.
If you hear me,
all over
Israeli
right
people, tell her and she'll tell me, but we need a little help in the kibbutzim in the southwest of your country, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Good to see you, X-Ray. Yeah.
That guy was a little bit much.
Yeah, everybody's saying you're a sapphire.
He's what? Fed. He's 100% a Fed. Did you see his hat?
Yeah.
One, and did you see how he tried to fit in with all of us and talk about how it's about everybody coming together? Tell that to Antifa. It's not about everybody coming together. All right. It's about righteousness and truth and God's will and destroying evil. You know? I don't fucking love child molestation. I would kill them. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't want to say that I'm homicidal. I hate the evil of molestation, especially against defenseless and innocent children. Right? It's horrible. It should be destroyed. Yeah, did you see his arms and his haircut? That guy's done pull-ups and push-ups professionally.
Yeah.
Let's go with Dr. Bandit. All right, cool. Right over here.
Okay.
All right, ready.
Tater! Big Tate's on. You want to say
What's
hi
up? Yeah, where's Tate?
There's Tate.
Let's see this thing. Tater, I hope you're doing well. Tate, I hope you're doing well, man. That was some of the best venison I've ever had, right? Respect to you and your wife and your family. It was great to talk to baby Tater Tot earlier. I hope you're doing really well. Bruce has got a message for you, Tate. Maybe he already gave it to you, but if not, he'll talk to you.
Let's go ahead and talk to Bandit.
Yeah.
Thanks for meeting.
I love your microphone.
Hi, Kentucky. Good. Hey. Not always right. Bandit, you already go live here for a second?
Hey, good to see you. I haven't seen you.
How are you?
Great.
You got that Trans Am out here?
I drove 2 of them out here.
How in the world did you drive 2 Trans
He is
Ams out here?
good.
I got my daughter and my wife. My wife's driving the support truck, so I got 3 vehicles.
Man, that's
And
awesome.
you guys worry about getting 1 here, and he got 3.
That's right.
3 here.
That's
Excuse
right.
me, we're up here now.
I know. It's great to see you. What's Amendment X?
10th Amendment.
Oh, the 10th Amendment. I got you. I was like, did you make me a shirt? Amendment X? What is that? They came out with Virus X after we stormed DC. You know, they did the virus. Twitter changed their name to X. Yeah. I think it was just about it. Is that conceited enough? What have you been doing? What have you been doing in Texas? Have you been active in the Patriot movement in Texas? Or?
Well, you know,
What's been going on?
I've gone to a couple of congressman rally kind of things, but there's not a whole lot that's controversial happening, you know, in Texas. I live in the DFW area. I came down Wednesday and met them in Katy, just west of Houston, and rode out to Dripping Springs, and then came down. Came down with them then. So. Oh yeah,
that was a fun time.
Great mayor.
Oh, I love that mayor.
Yeah.
Shannon. He was great.
He never sees it, but
And then we rode up to Lubbock together. That was a good ride.
Yeah.
What was the name of that that place with all the old cars where we met the owner?
I don't know,
You
but
know what I mean? They had a
I've
big.
got pictures of it. Yeah.
I do too.
I can't think of it. It starts with a C, and I can't think of it. It's like red and white branding. All those old muscle cars. We went up there to see Bill in the hospital.
Yep.
And then we stopped there on the way back. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Pretty awesome here too. Pretty awesome.
Glad you guys came out. I hadn't heard from you in a while, man.
Nobody has. Don't worry.
I disappeared completely, and the goal was to get other people to step into that vacuum, right? This isn't. I wasn't a live streamer before the convoy. I have a business. I have a nonprofit. You know what I mean? I'm deploying to Israel in a couple of months.
Oh, really?
Like, you know what I mean? I came and did this shit because I wasn't gonna get violent, and I was furious.
Yeah.
And then the citizens like brought me a camera, brought me a tripod, and were like, "Please do this." So I just did it for a little while. I'm like back in my world now. But I'm doing things underground. I have 4 or 5 different channels that run out. I'm not on them, and I just they shadow ban me. You know what I mean? They not shadow ban. They blatantly censored me, according to federal judge Terry Doughty. They blatantly censored me. So you know, I lost my income from that. I'm not going to do something where I know I can't win. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm doing the other things where I know I can't win. So. I'll show up for some of these things, but when I telegraph it, when I'm like, yes, Mona, I'm coming to the Convoy of Honor, Antifa's there waiting. You know what I mean? Antifa followed me across 5 states and territories. They threw bricks through windows. They OC sprayed elderly people and their dogs yelling about me. So, yeah, it's like stupid whatever, but when I step out of it and they're not there and everybody gets to have a good time, that's great. And it gives other people a chance to step in and fill that vacuum. You know, which forces other people in other networks. Yeah. Become aware. Cool. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Turned out to be a bigger turnout than everybody thought.
Did you think it was going to be smaller than this?
I had no idea. I had no idea what to expect. But when they left Virginia, there was like 19 cars. It's like everybody was going, "Oh, it's too small. It's too small." But it's just grown and grown and grown, and now
it does. Yeah, that's how they do it. I heard about it like yesterday. I was on the phone with these guys. And I was like, I'm not far from there. It's like I could probably see you in the morning. Let me try to make something work.
Cool.
It's good to see you. Yeah, just wanted to come and say what's up. Thank you again for those jumper cables and the gas can.
Oh yeah.
You've gotten a lot of juice.
Good. Good to hear.
Bandit one in the house.
Bandit one in the house.
Tommy Trump's doing interviews up front or something. He said there's some stuff up there.
I don't know who that really is. Let's walk towards the front, I guess.
Yeah. I like that Trump Rambo flag. I
stuff. Go out.
Is this truck in your convoy?
This is Kip. This is Kip. Craig. I need to go over there and show some of this baptismal.
Where are you going now?
Over there and show some of this baptismal real quick.
You're gonna
just go here.
Oh,
there's Kip.
Before you get hard set, we charge by the minute to use the truck.
I just saw your name. I go,
where's
that fucking guy? How are you doing? Yeah.
How much you charge it? Here, I'll plug in then.
If it's a
I plug
Volvo,
in then.
less.
I'm good right now.
I brought you another little battery pack. Yeah, you let me know when you need it.
Yeah.
All right, go see the baptism.
We'll be right back. They're not doing it yet. They're done.
You can also zoom.
That's what I was going to do. I should have.
That's awesome.
You have no rival. You have no equal. Now and forever, God, you reign. Yours is the kingdom, and yours is the glory. Yours is the name above all names. What a powerful name it is. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a powerful name it is. Nothing can stand against. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus.
There's the guy that's kind of been in charge of the whole thing. This guy right there. Kind of reminds me of you a little bit, but more preachery side. Cody is his name. Cody.
Wheels moving.
This is my brother X-Ray.
You're doing a great job.
Brother. Not my real brother, but my real brother.
Incredible.
I'm glad y'all got
two
some
brothers.
Thank you so much.
We had the hardest time of our lives. That happened to me.
I
Part
don't.
of the Judge Doughty lawsuit. You know,
Hey, I don't know if the best way. I don't know what's going on.
Federal Judge Terry Doughty issued an injunction July 4th, 2023 about this, saying the Biden administration sent mandates to all social media companies, forced them to limit the conservatives from rapidly sharing their posts. They're getting us on Rumble.
I mean, I got.
They'll do the music stuff. They'll do the message. You just got to keep it up. Yeah. Okay.
He's X-Ray. He's a convoy leader. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I ran missions into DC every day. While the whole convoy was going around DC.
You heard I'm getting all the truckers up there at 7 o'clock. So I want you to we're gonna bring in X. There's a X space that's going on. Truckers all over the world.
My name is X. All the X stuff happened in 2023. Before Twitter changed, before anybody took the X, I was an X. But yes, this is perfect.
Okay. So I just call you X.
X-ray. And also, what convoy were you part of? I was and you?
What a powerful name it is.
You guys are Rolling Stone with me. You're both in Rolling
Nothing
Stone.
can stand
You were
against.
People's Convoy too.
People's
What a
convoy.
powerful name it
Bruce,
is.
yeah.
The name of
Convoy of Honor. 2 years in a
What a
row.
powerful name.
That all convoy.
Later too, the drug abuse.
What a powerful
That's in
name.
Colorado. That's fucking awesome.
The name of
So great.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
What a powerful
You're
name.
squared away. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. He's right on top of it. Yeah.
That's like he said. This I know. This I don't know. So that's where what we had. He did the best he could with what he had. Kind of happened real quick. This whole.
Come on, one more time. Let's give it up for Jesus. If you love Jesus, I said if you love Jesus, make some noise.
Thank you, Jory R. Appreciate it. Everything, all you out there. I love you. Appreciate all of you.
Worship you, Lord. We honor you, Jesus. We want to welcome you once again to take our quarterback. Amen.
Yeah,
We're ready to
definitely
take him
not.
out.
Yeah, really fucking lied to me.
We're ready to
That
stand.
accent, that
America's
haircut,
watching
get
and
the
the world's
fuck out of here.
watching. But what we want to see, what we want really for them to see, is us coming.